I got you, brother. I got you, brother.
5, 10, 20,000.
Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. I think we're good there.
We're good.
All right, here we go. Yes. So how's everybody feeling today?
Good.
Y'all ready?
Good.
Ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, bad boy, DJ Juan Jose, and welcome to the Menavi podcast. We got two special guests here today. I got Joey Mendiola down yonder. What's up, Joey?
What's going on? Joey Mendiola, exit 240.
And we got none other than Miss Terrie. ¿Cómo estás, Miss Terrie? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
And, well, I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty sure you're asking, what do we owe this pleasure? ¿Cómo se dice? What do we owe this pleasure to today?
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah. So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, you're more known as for the club here of Lola's, right?
Yes.
So Lola's, this is we're at Lola's nightclub. As many of you know, we record the podcast here at Lola's nightclub and kitchen. Was it you who came up with the name Lola's, or?
Yes.
Well, and how did Lola's come out? Because I first thought you were Lola, and I was like, Miss Lola, and like, my name's Terrie.
Everybody thinks I'm Lola, and it's okay. I can be Lola for everybody else. Lola came about because when I took over this building, I wanted to keep it in the lines of the names that I had given my kids. So I have two kids, Letty and Lizzie, and then our grandchildren are Leah, Liam, and Legend. We also had a dog named Lolly.
That's the one that's roaming around here?
No, that one's Princess.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, in keeping with the tradition of the L names, I chose a name that was in English and Spanish, and I also wanted to select something that was easy. Something was a 4-letter, and, you know.
4-letter?
4 letters. Lola. Lola.
One thing I do see is that I see you came prepared today to talk about a few things, and this is how prepared we should be, and we never are. I'm always like, guys, we should write some stuff down. That way we know how to follow something, and we just off the cuff, never as prepared as you are today. But you came on the show, so what do we have to talk about today? What's on the agenda today?
So the reason I came on the show, and you guys always have the show, and I try to stay out of it because I feel like this is a guy deal.
Yeah.
But tonight I wanted to come on specifically to give thanks to the people that came and joined us on Saturday night. So in attendance on Saturday night for our dance was a lot of people from my hometown, which is Immokalee.
Immokalee, okay. Shout out to Immokalee. People came out, and the dance was David de Anda y Grupo Excelencia.
Correct. And so I wanted to make sure that I came on and publicly thanked the people here locally who make Lola's what it is, because without them, we wouldn't be progressing. But I also wanted to take the time to appreciate the people who did drive the 2 hours from Immokalee, Lehigh, LaBelle, Fort Myers, to come here to Lola's, and just to say thank you, because it really means a lot to see people that I know from back home. A lot of people don't know, but I don't know too many people here because I stay to my business all the time.
And like you said, your people was over there in Immokalee, so seeing them is bringing you back.
Yes, and so I also wanted to clarify the goal of Lola.
What's Lola's goal?
It's never been. My intent was to do the first podcast and get this out of the way. You guys kind of got ahead of me and just kind of ran with stuff. But today I want to do that. So today I want to make sure that people understand that the goal of Lola was, when I took this over, I missed the days of going to the Bull Riders, also known as Celito Lindo, and just dancing the night away to Tejano music.
Yeah.
Enjoying yourselves, including or in addition to upgrading that AC problem that we had over there. So I make sure that this place has AC. I make sure that it's nice and cold when people come in, because I know that that's important. So that was the goal of trying to bring Lola's to this area. Obviously, if I could, I would pick up the building and move it back to Immokalee and do that, but I can't. So this is the next best thing. So that was the goal, is to bring Tejano music to the people who love Tejano music to come and dance, not just hear Tejano music, but actually dance.
And you're also originally from Florida, right? Huh? You're a Floridian person, or
Yes, I was.
And how was it that you got hooked up with Tejano music? Like that's something I always wonder. Like my family's from Texas, so Tejano music was always there. How was Tejano brought to you?
So Tejano brought that. I was introduced to Tejano music through my uncles, specifically my uncle Daniel, and then my uncle Joe Leyva. So I'm going to switch subjects really quick just because I'm going to put this in. But Menavi, which is ours, is came about because somebody challenged us to, we couldn't do stuff because we didn't have a promoter.
Yeah.
So having said that, we became our own promoters. And
what's Menavi mean for the people that don't know? Because a lot of people are like, who's Menavi? Like, I was called Menavi once. I go, no, I'm not Menavi. The name of the show is called Menavi. But let people know what Menavi is.
So Menavi is a combination of my two last names. So by birth, I am Mendiola.
Which is Joey's brother.
That's right.
Who's the oldest?
She's older.
Oh, okay.
He is.
Okay.
I look older.
You know, as I said that, I'm like, I shouldn't ask that.
He's older by like 10 years. And then Aviles, which is my married last name. But my mother's maiden last name is Herrera. So my uncle Daniel Herrera, who was supposed to be here for the dance and didn't show up. I remember when he was a young man, dressing up in his little slacks with the little chains and stuff.
Zoot suit type style.
And then his little Stacy's and stuff, and they would go dance. Well, I don't know how this happened, but I went to the dance one time, and I just loved it. I fell in love with that. And then when I moved in with my tia Min, my uncle Joe would always listen to Joe Lopez and Grupo Más.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from. So yes, being born in Florida, raised in Florida, I do love Tejano music.
And then you travel for every now and then to Texas and check out all the Aviles over there, right?
I do. When I get a chance to go to Texas, I do enjoy myself.
And you guys were telling me you basically, el compadre acá, you guys were out club hopping, donde quiera. One club, hay otro, y otro, y otro.
We did. We were trying to get everything in and cram it all in into one night or one weekend, whatever we were there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, I'm getting sidetracked.
Go ahead.
I'm going back.
She's got a lot on this list.
I do, and I want to cover it because I don't want to take Gabby's time. But anyways, so on Saturday, going back to Saturday, we did have some technical problems. We had a full house. We were super busy. And I just want to apologize to the people that came to see David, Excelencia. And I want to explain to people, there was some talk about the band being local performers. And that's Jesse and Juan, and I forget the drummer's name.
Dustin,
yeah.
And I want to say thank you to those guys for coming in and filling in and helping us out, helping Lola's out, helping Menavi whenever we need it. Because those guys are from my hometown, and I can really count on them. We can count on them. We call them for advice on sound. Jesse's always helping us as an engineer. So I want to say thank you to them, not only for that night, but for all they've done with us.
Yeah, because they've been here for a lot of the bands that showed up here at Lola's, yeah.
Correct. The reason, and I want to explain this, the reason that Lola's and or Menavi cannot bring in the whole band is because when we were bringing whole bands, like the Grupo Completo, we had to upcharge the cover charge to cover some of those expenses.
Yeah.
So people were complaining about that. So I hear the complaints. I try to make adjustments. I try to fulfill what the requests are. I try to accommodate people the best I can. And so the next best thing that I could think of doing was hiring local band members to perform with
David
singers.
Deanna.
Yeah, like for instance
So,
on
so,
Saturday.
so the main thing was this, basically, in a nutshell. David Deanda, which was the lead singer of Grupo Excelencia, was here, but he didn't have his band from Texas. The band that he had was a Florida band, y había una gente que se quejó because the band was from Florida, but it was David Deanda. Now, if you go watch him in Texas, it's David Deanda and basically local band members, because those are not the original members of Excelencia either. So that's why I'm like, I don't get it. I don't see why they're upset, because the band that he has now, those are not the original members of Excelencia either. It's the original singer, so.
Yeah. So there was technical difficulties, right? I didn't actually, a complaint to me didn't come,
Right.
didn't come personally to me.
It was posted on Facebook, right?
However,
Yeah.
I do want to address that, right? So that's the reason why that's done. We can always bring back the band, but that means the ticket prices go back up.
Yeah.
And so the beer prices go back up and everything goes back up, because I can't bring people to here for the entertainment of the people out of my pocket.
Yeah.
And that's just not good business. And this is a business.
Yeah, Joey.
And let me add that the musicians that filled in are not mediocre musicians.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not like,
yeah.
you know what I mean, low-level musicians. These dudes are talented. You know what I mean, award-winning, talented
Tejano, a music award winning.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Talent that was there,
I
yeah.
definitely, you know what I mean, if it was not top-notch musicians,
I could understand
I could
if-
see where somebody would complain. And not to say that they're not valid in their thing.
Yeah.
It's just you wouldn't be able to. I don't think that all the Excelencia members even still play well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I don't think you could ever get the original Excelencia. But at the same time, I feel like this has been something ongoing right now as a battle for musicians.
Yeah.
I deal more with local musicians, but I know this is a battle because, right now there's a lot of talk about different members moving this member or that member. But I mean, if you're an experienced musician, you know that comes from non-experienced people, because this has been going on in Texas and Mexico. Here, it goes on everywhere.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I know the guys that you're talking about that are with the band, pero if you're not paying attention, like I wasn't, I saw David Deanda perform. I saw him sing Igual. I heard the songs, Tu Celos, everything sounded perfect, everything sounded great. It wasn't until you said, oh, those weren't it wasn't. I didn't even pay attention. I was like jamming like everybody else. It should have been, I guess, but I to me think that you shouldn't take it too personally, because no matter what you do, a baby could be born and someone's gonna have a problem with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think if you haven't come to Lola's and you haven't experienced the atmosphere, I'm not saying it because we're here. I'm saying it because I experienced it, and I've let you guys know. Even though that I'm playing in another club, I'm like, man, I wish I could be here. Like, I see you guys doing some stuff, and I'm like, dang, I really wish I could go. Like, because I know the atmosphere that is here, especially the foods.
So I think in that aspect, I think it's more like musician talk. I don't
Yeah.
think it was fans. Fans really don't.
So it was other
Don't
musicians.
complain and
Yeah.
don't know about that. But if you're a musician, let's say like me, I do sound. On the weekend
yeah.
I'm doing lighting and I'm doing sound, some engineering. I'm not calling myself an engineer,
Yeah.
but I do some, and I've probably seen Jesse in the last 2 months. I'm gonna be honest, probably 5 times. So if you're a musician and you're in this around the musicians, well, yeah, you're gonna frequent see Jesse a lot. You're
Yeah.
gonna see people like Christian. You're gonna see people like Flaco from Invasion. You're gonna see Bajo Cero, because those are the musicians that are working, and they're everywhere. And if you're everywhere, if you have any part to do with a musician, whether it's a wife, whether it's a roadie, whether it's anything to do with musicians, you're gonna see the same circle.
Pero para mí hicieron un evento, and it was like family, friends, and people who wanted to come jam. And from what I saw, everybody was jamming.
Everybody was having a great time. I really enjoyed watching everybody on the dance floor, and just, kind of, it kind of takes me back to the yesteryears.
Yesteryears, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I also want to just move on my list of things to do. I do appreciate several people came to me, or I went to them, and then they took the opportunity to tell me. But several people came to me with different suggestions. And I want to say I hear them all, and I take them all into consideration. One of which was the sign outside. Now, the sign outside was destroyed by
The hurricane.
the hurricane. And then it was halfway there. You could see low And unfortunately, the club has not been what we've hoped it to be.
Yeah.
So that we can make all those major repairs. Now,
Real quick, just to give you a perfect example, and I put myself and Adam can verify. I was broke. I'm not as good off as I am now, and I had this Camaro. It was a Pontiac. I had this Pontiac, and le faltaba aceite. And he would tell me, hey, man, échale aceite. I go, aceite? You want me to gas it up too? I don't even have money for aceite. You want me to gas it? Why don't we give it a car wash? I mean, so it's certain aspects that it's financial, like, oh, fix the sun. We're on that, but it costs a couple $1,000s. It's not cheap,
no. I mean, the first estimate we got was $33,000.
Oh, $33,000.
And then when they finally came out and measured and everything, you know what the estimate was?
What was that?
$77,000.
Yeah, some people did some estimations on my roof. They're like, yeah, $15,000. I'm like, interesting.
Yeah.
No, and I wanna add on to that point because I think a lot of people don't know this. When we first came to Lola's, we were. I don't want my sister to feel bad, but it looked horrible. I'm not gonna lie. The walls were like they look like shingles. Yeah. The walls. And when we finally got in here that we got to see it, we touched the wall. Hey, los cartones, I don't know if you remember, but the can, the 24-pack, you know how they put them like in a carton? Un carton.
Like the box, like the brown
box? Yeah. Well, they got these boxes and they just taped them like shingles up the wall. So the walls, you could stick your hand through. Era carton, no era. So it wasn't a wall. It was
I think people that do that to soundproof the walls.
Well, there was no wall behind it. There was no wall behind it.
Get out of here. No wall at all. Okay.
Like you could stick your hand through it and you were outside saying hi to the cars.
Oh, get out of here. That's crazy.
So the stage was built by my sister.
Wow.
The floors were done by my sister.
I should have had you do my
The
roof.
VIP was done by my sister. The bar, done by my sister. The kitchen, done by my sister.
So
the bathrooms, done by my sister. So everything that you see here has been done by my sister. So when I hear people say, "Oh, ese lugar no está," she's been doing it little by little, and I applaud her. She deserves.
Again, no porque estoy aquí, but it's not a dump, people. Like I've seen worser places.
So
like, this is a really nice
getting
place.
there. You know what I mean? I know what my sister wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I believe. I see her vision. Pero también cuando tú estás trabajando y metiéndole lo poquito que Lola trae, pues she's going at the pace that Lola's giving her to fix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Si llega más gente y hay más feria, pues más feria le meten.
Claro
pero
que sí,
a como va el paso de la gente, va el paso de lo que puedes hacer.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody can knock her for that. You know what I mean? Nobody can say they're in a business that I can't tell you my sister ran thousands of clubs before here. Like she's new to this. She's doing the best that she can. And I think some people they're not looking at it from that angle and not giving her the credit that I think she deserves. And that's not even coming from her brother. That's coming from somebody that I see. I see what Alex Cavazos does to make OKC great. I see what they do at the ranch to make that great. I see what people do to make it great. And she's on the path to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And even those guys han batallado.
Oh, eso
like I
work
worked with Alex this weekend, and he even came up to me and was telling me a story like, está bien gacho acá. Like, there's certain days that they're expecting a huge turnout y no llega, and that cost them money because they had to pay for lighting, security, DJs, the bands that hell or high water, they want their cash.
Correct.
No llega, they want all their money.
No, and if it's not for people like that to give us opportunities, like a lot of us wouldn't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. There's not that many gigs right now for grupos and clubs and stuff like that. There's not that many clubs that are willing to spend the money to say, "Hey, I'll put in a local group." I'm telling you because I'm out there begging for tocadas. Lola's is one that gives local bands tocadas. OKC is one that gives local. Miss Mary at the county line has been giving us. I know Dimensions is going to start giving us some gigs. So anybody who's pushing the locals, I think that's a great thing. And they're doing something that I'm not going to say is not successful, but I don't think anybody is making a ton of money off of local groups right now. So for them to keep trying to do something that is proven to maybe not bring millions, You know what I mean? It's
And
it's applaudable.
This club, by me, it gives off like a cabin type feel. You know what I mean? Con los Raptors como están y todos, all that. So, like I tell you, no es que es un club tirado que no sirve. Like everything's good. Nice cold AC, a great stage, great
I'm
building.
freezing right now, by the way.
The walls are not all messed up. Everything's pretty much all brand new, fresh coat of paint. A couple of scratches there where we move tables and stuff, but other than that, everything's good.
And I try to maintain everything. I really do. The other suggestion was the floor.
Yeah.
And so,
What's wrong with the floor?
I've taken the machine to this floor a few times. We actually paid someone to come in and give this floor a coat over. So it's just wear and tear, it's we do what we can. But I say this to say, if somebody does flooring and wants to give me a deal, by all means, bring it. If somebody does signage and you want to give me a deal, bring it. I will take it. If somebody wants to donate to the cause, please do so. I'm here.
What kind of flooring would you do here if you were to do some flooring here? Like wood floor?
I would do a wood floor.
Yeah.
I would do a wood floor.
Los taconazos.
Yeah. That's what I would do. My brother touched on a couple of other places that provide music and entertainment, and it takes me to another point that I do not have here, but I do want to address. I want to make things very clear. No one has come to me at all about this, but I just want to put it out there. Lola's is not a competition to anyone.
Yeah.
What my goal with Lola's is to do Tejano, old school Tejano music on Saturdays only. That is the goal. That has always been the goal, and it will always remain the goal. Now, does Lola host other events? Yes, we do the midget wrestling. We do the male review. We do line dancing. We do salsa, merengue, and Latin
Everything,
dancing.
a little bit of everything. Rock and roll you guys had here.
Yes.
Bingo nights bumping.
Yeah.
Bingo nights. So we do a lot of things, and we don't say no to anything if it works within our schedule. But I say that to say that I wish all the other clubs that provide entertainment the best luck that they could possibly be. I want them to succeed. I'm not in competition with them. Lola's is not in competition with them. We don't even have the same goals, right? In the end, as a business, everybody's goal is to make money. Mine is too, but not at the cost of giving up some friendship making, building those relationships with the customers or the clientele or the friends. I didn't know Rick before starting Lola's, and Rick has become a great friend of ours. And that kind of thing, there's Angie, and then there's Hector, and there's these people that come here on a regular basis, Cynthia, Chris, and those people, it's more than a customer. They're my friends now. And I thank those types of people for making Lola's what Lola's is. And so I don't feel like we're in competition. If they go to these other clubs because that club has something that night, great.
Yeah.
Great. I might want to go too.
Yeah.
So I just want to say that, because if any of the other club owners or whoever manages your clubs, whoever's making those decisions, if you guys ever want to collaborate something with Lola's, I am open to that. I don't get out much because I dedicate myself to Lola's completely. But if ever there's a collaboration that needs to happen, I'm open to that. Please approach me.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, and like you say, a lot of them, I would say like, como se dice, Monday night couch quarterbacks that desde la casa se están quejando de algo, they haven't even experienced it or didn't even come and don't see the blood, sweat, and tears that is being poured into the club,
Yeah.
But igual, and I'll say it in not putting words in your mouth, but I think if anybody has any questions or anything like that, concerns, they can always talk to you.
Absolutely.
And like you say, you're always open. Y si se puede, se hace, right?
Correct. If I can accommodate, that is the goal. I put it down right here. Personally, my goal, not Lola's, not Carlos. I don't speak for anybody on here. My goal is to make your time at Lola's the most pleasant, enjoyable, relaxed atmosphere that you will encounter. That is my goal. A lot of people know that I cook.
Yes. I know.
Y no por pat myself
No
on
por
the
los tres
back.
platos que se comió
Yeah.
José ahorita.
But I do really well in the kitchen. I do run a kitchen here out of Lola's, and I accommodate then too, so that if somebody who's here wants a tortilla, I'll go right in the kitchen, whip up some tortillas, bring them out to them. Oh, well, I want this instead. One night, and I hope this is okay to say, Ovina asked me, I'm hungry, but she didn't want what I had made.
Yeah.
And she's like, but I'm hungry. I said, okay, well, I got you. Went back there, whipped her up some ramen noodles. She's like, what's this? I've never had it. And she loved it. You know, she's like, oh my God, this is great. So if I can accommodate people, their needs, their requests, I will do so. The same thing is I'm open for anyone who wants to come in and talk to me, have a suggestion. If something went wrong and you feel like you were wronged, please let me know. I will do my best to make things right. There was an issue this weekend about a young lady who asked for a refund. And she posted it, and it was a review on Lola's page. And she said what she had to say. You know, she spent money at the door. She spent money on a table. She spent money on drinks. She spent money on food. And, you know, when David Dianda went on, it was at 12:15 or so. Well, after we had our technical issues, she then came to me and asked me for a refund. And I said, I'm sorry, I cannot give you a refund. You've been here since 9. You purchased the table at 9. This is not what I said to her, but this is the reality. She purchased the table at 9. She was here at 9. It is now 1 o'clock, and now you want a refund on the table. I'm not going to give you a refund on the table. I'm not going to give you a refund at the door. You've been here long enough to have enjoyed yourself. Hopefully you did. She said she didn't. I understand that. And as I explained to her, Lola's is not for everyone. My goal is not to keep you here.
Yeah.
You know, if you enjoy it, stay. If you don't enjoy it, please find somewhere.
And when you say technical issue, there was problems with the audio, or was it the band issue that it wasn't the Excelente band?
So I was here cleaning when the sound check was done. So I know what the sound check sounded like.
Yeah.
So when David came on to play, it did not sound that way.
Oh, okay.
And the two mics that the voices were, the singing voices, you couldn't hear them.
Oh.
So I quickly came up on the stage and said to Jesse, which I'm sure he couldn't hear because he's on the stage, there's a problem. It's not sounding right. And because I want to give the people here the best show possible. I don't want you to have a half-ass performance, you know? So I immediately stopped it. Let's take care of it. Let's address it. Let's fix it. So I'm not an engineer. I don't know the first thing about bands or wires or anything. So I don't know how long it's going to take. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to move here, they move there.
Quick 5 minutes or something.
And it's done. Well, it's not.
How long did it take? Was it long?
It was about 20 minutes. I mean, we did bring on the DJ,
right?
You know, while they were doing that. And I think it got back to me. Nobody told me. It got back to me that a lot of people left because they thought David was leaving because he went out the door.
Yeah.
So he was never leaving. He was going to perform. That's what we brought him for. But he just wanted to go and relax wherever it is that he went.
So they got the issue fixed. Yeah. He just didn't want to stand there all day.
Right.
And I wasn't here. I did see videos, and I'm barely hearing this because I didn't know about this. So, and then I'm picturing myself knowing the players involved. If Jesse was on stage and you were telling him, that means they didn't have an engineer who could be in front and run the front of the house, or did they?
So they had set sound
on the side.
They had set sound. They did a sound check. I think not blaming anybody, but I think some DJs and some other people were trying to help them when they started.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a confusion or they made it worse or better. I really don't know.
Yeah.
But it happens. It's something that happens.
Yeah,
I mean,
the reason I say that, if Jesse was on stage, there's a lot of behind the scene technical stuff that a lot of people don't know. So if he was on stage, he had no one to run the sound. So in order for him to run the sound, he'd have to stop playing and go fix it, because usually alguien está con una iPad or they're running the console and they're hearing, and then they can go back and fix it. So they probably didn't have nobody, from what I'm hearing. They didn't have nobody, so of course they have to stop.
no, and it could sound perfectly fine in the monitors.
In a monitor,
so in the
bien.
monitors they're hearing themselves
fuera,
back,
the
and
out
it
of
can
sound,
sound perfect.
Yeah.
And just out here, it was, you know.
And it's happened a few times for a lot of other bands in other places, but see.
And again, I mean, at the sound check, they left everything set. Everything was ready. They had checked all the mics. They had, and I know because I was here.
Yeah, so yo bien.
So I know what I was listening to. But that, that's something that happened. It's unfortunate. I am taking the steps necessary, either to find a different system or to upgrade the speaker, whatever it is that Lola's has to do to make sure that we are prepared for these types of issues.
And you know what I say? I say, even in life, in any job, in any place, and I even told you, Joey, the other day, the only way to learn is to get into some shit.
Yeah, so in their defense,
Yeah.
de sonido no saben, they don't know.
Yeah.
Terry and Carlos don't know about sound. They've never ran engineering. So to be honest, if we ask them for something, they go get it. Hey, I necesito un cable, van y lo traen. Necesito un micrófono, van y lo traen.
When
So
I first
it's not a
came
lack
here,
of stuff.
the speakers you have here now, these weren't the ones that you had. You had some pretty crummy ones, and then y'all like, yeah, we trying to upgrade. So then y'all upgraded to that. Then you had to upgrade the consola, But again, you're learning as you go. And like you guys said, you're not sound engineers. You don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I remember when I first did my show, un show that I was bringing Michael Salgado, and they're like, "Va a traer el equipo," and I'm like, "Hay speakers, y está un amp." I didn't know you needed a batería.
Yeah.
Michael Salgado gets here and there's no drummer, and I'm like, "I thought y'all brought your own shit." I didn't know. So yeah, unless you get into the shit, you don't know.
Yeah.
So it happens, and of course it wasn't done purposely.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's the most important part, is that I want people to understand that I don't get up in the morning and say, oh, today I'm going to ruin, 100 or 200 people's lives by messing up the sound. Like, nobody does that.
So you're not sitting back there at the bar saying, these people are having fun. Let me fuck that up.
That's right. Exactly. So anyways, having said all of that, there's been a little bit of talk about people's worth, right? Band members and what they should be paid and what they should not be paid. And I don't want to get into the details of that. This is what I will say, that in order for you to know your worth, you need to know who your peers are.
Right.
So if I'm a drummer and you're a drummer, then we can compare. But if I'm a drummer and you're a CEO, your worth and my worth are different. That's one. Two, the worth depends on who you're asking. So for instance, Joey is worth a lot to me,
Right.
to my sister-in-law, and to his mother, a lot more.
Yeah.
But to you, maybe not so much.
Yeah. I get
Right?
that, yeah.
So now you're talking about.
But you are worth a lot to me, Joe. Just want you to-
Appreciate you.
We're good friends. But I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's environments, right? So Carlos made this example the other day, is if you have somebody who goes to a community college and somebody who goes to, say, a Harvard, and you both have the same degree, who's got more worth?
Yeah. That Harvard guy.
Right. So there's a lot of talk about know your worth. Yeah, know your worth, but know in what environment you're finding yourself in, who is going to value that worth, and then overall, like what your skill set is. So I will say just that on that, and I hope that maybe plants a seed in a lot of people's mind, and just kind of reminisce on that a little bit, reflect, let it sink in, whatever. I don't want to get into this or that, or who's this or who's that.
And again, not putting stuff into putting words in your mouth, but I think what I'm feeling is mostly this. So you got to put yourself, this is what a lot of people don't do. They don't put themselves in other people's shoes. So let's say you are putting your blood, sweat, and tears, your time, all your money, everything you got, and then someone comes and shits all over everything that you're doing. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? So I understand where you're coming from. You know, and again, it's not. I don't think you're out here to badmouth anybody, but just say, listen. We're trying. We're doing the best that we can. And any grievances, déjanos saber. And we're going to try to fix whatever we can. And I've seen everything you guys have tried to do and are doing and are struggling to do and are overcoming a lot of things. Because I remember when I first came, there was nothing else. It was only 1 or 2 days. But then you guys were able to book the mail review, the wrestling and stuff. And to me, I look back and I'm like, I'm so proud of what those guys are doing. I do say that, not because I'm here and I'm talking to you and we're close friends. I can sit back and say, damn, I see what they're doing. And I'm glad that something's going on, because when I first saw it, you guys were doing the other shows, you had other days booked. I'm like, they deserve it. Unless you've been here, unless you've seen what they've done and what they try to do, you wouldn't know that. And I've seen it. That's when I'm like, man, they deserve it.
No, and it's, and you know, I sit back and watch my sister. I'm you know what I mean? I'm more with the musicals.
Yeah.
I got the studio. I do the sound. So I'm more with the musicals, and I get to hear everything. And, you know, a lot of people see me with the grupos, and they know that this is my sister's club, and they come to me and be like, you know, why ain't you there with your sister? Why don't you run the club? Why are you not the manager?
Yeah.
And I can simply tell them like this. This is my sister's club.
Yeah.
If I wanted a club to run like the way Joey wants to, I'll buy my own club.
Yeah.
This is my sister's club. So this club is going to run how my sister wants it.
Yeah.
Is it necessarily the template that everybody uses? No.
Yeah.
I guarantee you she's doing things opposite that to us sometimes looking from the outside. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
But it's her club.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But at the end of the day, if you want a club to be perfect and you want, buy your own club and you make it perfect.
And I've said that to several people. And when you want to come to Lola's and you want to tell or make decisions here at Lola's, you've got one person that you need to see, and that's me.
Yeah.
Because the only person that has been broken their backs, put in sweat, put in tears, put in countless hours of work, sleepless nights, has given up Thanksgivings, Christmas, anniversaries, birthdays. That person is me.
And when she says tears, hopefully that, you know, you don't mind, but I've seen them. So when I say tears, I know what you're talking about. I've seen them.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and like I say, when we first got here, este era un yonke.
Yeah.
And my sister, we hauled off loads and loads of trash. Cans. El señor juntaba botes.
Yeah.
You know what beer cans smell like when they've been put
yeah.
away back there with this much beer for a half a year or a year?
Yeah.
So we started here. It was terrible. It was a terrible spot. So what she's done for the people that weren't here for that, I understand what they're saying. Hey, we're waiting for a little bit of this or that. But for us that seen the beginning, believe me, this place is 110% better than when she started.
And I will say that I use the word I a lot. Now, I make a lot of decisions and I put in the work, but it hasn't been me by myself. My brother has been here. My brother has brought in his guys. They've worked the yard. My husband's here. He works, you know, the bands and the groups and the social media. So if ever you're on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on whatever other platforms there is, don't think that's me. That's not me because I don't do computers. That is him. So there's a lot of people that are involved, that are behind the scenes, as you said, that have really contributed to Lola's. And all I will say is steadfast. I'm here. I will be here. And that's not to say that if this doesn't go the right way, I will turn around and sell it in a heartbeat. Believe me.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm not attached to it like that. But I will say this. If you ask me a question, make sure you want to know the answer, because I'm straightforward. I will tell you what I like and what I don't like very quickly. I don't beat around the bush, but that's who I am. If you want it straight, come to me, come see me. I give it to you.
That's why she was hired to, well, she got her own club and she doesn't work with customer service, because you will get hung up on.
Yeah.
No, but
I think you know, every club should have somebody like
Yeah,
Terrie.
yeah.
You know, Terrie, this is her business, and when she sees a dollar bleeding out, it's her dollar bleeding out.
Yeah.
So she don't play too much. You ain't gonna be in here messing around her bathrooms. You ain't gonna be in here, you know, selling drugs. She don't put up with none of that. This is a little bit different, and. You think we haven't came with her with suggestions? Like, I play at Paisanos, I play at La Jaula. You think I haven't told her, hey, get you some banging waitresses, and she's like, no, yo quiero que la gente venga con su familia. No quiero que venga una esposa y que piensa que su marido tiene que ver eso. Like, that's not what she's shooting for. So believe me, does she know that there's other tactics to make money? She already knows that. There ain't nothing you're gonna come tell her that we haven't came and told her, but she doesn't, that reputation that she wants is not that reputation. And I respect everybody who does what they have to do to sell their beer. But my sister just has chosen not to.
Yeah. And it cost me. Believe me, it cost me. But I know that in the long run, my reputation, the reputation of Lola's, is more important and more valuable, knowing its worth, than the money that's immediate.
And what's crazy also, you've been to all the clubs, man. We've been to all the clubs. Someone's always going to say something. The club is too big. Okay, let's go to another. Club is too small. All right, well, let's go to this other one. It's too packed. No, there wasn't enough people. And I'm like, chinga, you're never going to.
What I could tell you about Lola's club that I think now, because when I was young, we knew everybody at the club. There was nobody. Now I can go to other clubs and, you know, I don't know that many people. Lola's is not that club. Lola's is the same crowd that you've been seeing. They used to go. Some of them I used to see them at Palladium. Some of them I used to see them at Acapulco. Some of them I used to see them at Spurs. So it just comes like it's the same group. Like you say, the people from Bull Rider that used to be down there. Imagine Bull Rider opens up. You're going to see the same crowd. I don't think you're going to see the 20-year-old, 19-year-olds. So this club is... That's not what they're shooting for. They're not shooting for the young crowd. Why do you think they don't play norteño sax? Why do you think they don't play that kind of music? Because that's not the crowd they're looking for. They want people I'm gonna say our age or younger people that listen to Tejano.
Lleguen tranquilo y se van tranquilo.
Que vengan tranquilo. To be honest, no necesitamos security.
I've never
security,
seen a fight
here. Nunca, más de un año tienen. No ha habido pelea. Or two, they've been two fights. Well, they have been two fights. Pero ninguno ha sido dramático o que digas que somebody got hurt or there was blood. Nothing like that.
It was quickly...
Malentendido and separate them.
That's it.
Fue todo.
That's it.
Pero to be honest, en verdad ni security necesitan porque
it's not
that crowd.
In 2 years.
In 2 years.
And that happened early on, within the first 3 months. And then that was it. I don't have any of those problems. They're right. My goal is to have people come in as a couple, for the couple to enjoy themselves with one another. The lady not have to worry about somebody making a pass at her man. The man not having to worry about this guy flirting. Like, todo tranquilo, everybody in their place. We're here to dance. We're here to enjoy the night. We're here to drink. And great, be friends. That's it.
You know what we should do one day here? We should have a baile, and then the couples... Que vengan así vestidos, but the single ladies que lleven un sash o algo, so guys can know, okay, I can go hit on her. I can take her.
You gotta make a secret sign for
something like
the
that, right? Algo así, para que sepan, hey, this is single. Okay, she's single.
No.
En el club le gritamos, hey, gritan las solteras. And then when we go, like, oh, shit, I got the wrong one.
Hey, cuando preguntan que griten las solteras, I'm always the first. Hey!
There is a lot of people supporting Lola's though.
Yeah,
you know
there
what I mean?
is.
I don't want the podcast to seem like it's negative. It's not negative. No. It's just stuff that's you know, behind the scenes. And I know my sister es directa, so le gusta enfrentarlos. But to not make it negative, the honest truth is there's a lot of people that support this. There's a lot of people who come out. There's a lot of people who ask me when I'm out there, hey, how's Lola's doing? Is Lola's, you know what I mean? Hey, can we do something there? So, I think that there's a lot of more, there's 99% good and maybe 1%.
Yeah, and like I said, it's always going to be like that. I think I told you guys, or I told Carlos on Saturday, at the club where I play at. I hadn't even started, and a lady came in and was yelling at me for something that happened last week. I'm like, you do realize I wasn't here last week, right? And like, I don't know. Like, I wasn't even here. I took a day off. But again, it's like, had you come up and said, hey, we got this problem. Let's fix the problem. You have to yell at me. Let's fix it. I go, are you leaving? No. So let's fix the problem. Like,
Right.
come on. But
Right.
yeah, and like you say, I mean, you guys are striving to fix any problems and any grievances. They can always call you. Your number's on the Facebook page, right? On the it's on. I think it's on the Menavi and also on the Lola's page.
There's a number on there. It ain't mine.
Oh, okay.
But you leave a message and I'll respond.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you mine.
Yeah.
We do have an automated Leah.
Quiero
No.
mandar saludos to everybody tuning in. There's a lot of people on here. Text Flow Radio. I'm getting ready to do an event with them. So,
Yeah.
shout out to them.
Trocas y Botas, they just passed, so big. It was called Trocas y Botas, right?
Trocas y Botas.
Yeah, big shout out to them.
Yeah, I-75 boys came out full force. I seen Excelencia over there. They did great.
Yeah.
To be honest, they did great.
Y el sound no se escuchó feo.
El sound estaba mamalón.
Okay. It was sabotage.
You know who did it?
It was sabotage.
You know who
in here.
did it?
Era lo
Estaba
que era.
mamalón. No, shout out.
Had they had
and I can't
somebody
take
else
credit for that. That was
running
Christian.
Okay.
Christian was on the engineering.
Y con
so
razón,
metí
no
dos quinas
wonder.
con ambos.
Yeah, no wonder.
Huracan did their thing. We had Mando's daughter, Meli Belmares, come
Yeah.
out. She's a new star coming, and
I heard her voice.
yeah,
Crazy
man.
voice.
No, she's definitely gonna be somebody you're gonna hear. Exit 240 push.
Y'all about to say you think about signing her? Well, what are we doing?
That's another thing that I'm hoping that we can clear up on this podcast.
Uh-huh.
I've been Exit 240 now. In November is going to be the 3rd year.
Uh-huh.
I've never signed nobody. So nobody you see on Exit 240 has signed a paper,
Yeah.
owes me $1.
Yeah.
Do I have any contract that says I'm going to get 25, 30%, 5%, 1%? Nothing.
Yeah.
These people are helping me build this brand, and the people who have been with me from the beginning will never owe me $1. I don't have a list that I'm saving
Yeah.
for helping. Like that's not why we're doing this. I'll make my money after. Everybody who after we're rolling,
Yeah.
they come to me, oh, hey, Joey, I'm ready to mess with you. Well, I'm going to make some money off of them. But everybody who's running the train right now, who's on the bus, they don't owe me
I'll
$1.
even disclose this. Como te digo, por decir, we got a little cheap setup, but it's just something to work para empezar. And then you come in, you're like, hey, Juan, you want me to help you? And I'm like, dude, I mean, I'm doing everything over here by myself.
Yeah, no, so we
so-
definitely got in the works. I think me and my sister have met. I can't tell you how many times of things that we have planned or things that we've been wanting to do.
Yeah.
It just has been kind of on the back burner. So you guys actually starting it is good. And I think people will appreciate the progress as we go. They're going to
Yeah.
see these podcasts and be like, okay, mira cómo empezaron. And I think
Yeah.
as we move, as we're finding out that, hey, tú tienes esto, yo tengo esto,
Yeah.
tú tienes esto, yo tengo esto, I think the podcast is going to progress and be something that can really be respected.
Yeah. So again, I appreciate you. on that.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Juan. I'm gonna interject here because my brother's spoken a lot of great things about me, and now it's my turn. I'm gonna speak about my brother.
Okay.
Because my brother,
Yeah. See, he got nervous. It's like, el agua y todo.
because let me tell you guys about my brother. My brother will give you the back off his shirt
I can witness that.
so that you can be great. And I've seen him take people into his house. I've seen him take people and feed them. I've seen him take people on, I call them tours. He takes them everywhere. And I've seen my brother pick up those bills. And let me tell you, I am not my brother. And that really does something to me, because anybody who thinks or who is okay with my brother forking out all kinds of money for your entertainment and you not being appreciative of that or reciprocating, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And he would never say it. And he doesn't like for me to say stuff. But there's times that he's on a little podcast that his podcast, I don't know whose podcast. And there's people talking about, oh, this or that, throwing shout outs. Meantime, they're using him.
Yeah.
So that really irks me. And a lot of times I stay off of that stuff because sometimes I can
But it's
just
the baby
run my
brother. Of course you gotta
he
say
is.
it.
No, I think there's a lot of confusion in that. There is people who do see a benefit,
Yeah.
and I get it. I mean, I owned a company who I ran into 300-400 different personalities. So there's going to be different people, and you can't fix everybody.
Yeah.
You can't make everybody change the way they think. So there's some people that I put their personality as hungry hippo.
Yeah.
You ever played that game?
Yeah, I have.
Where pones una bolita en la mesa y ellos
Luego la quieren agarrar.
Lo van a agarrar.
Yeah,
and it's some of them are like that. I got others who have rode with me from the beginning, and they represent Exit 240 100%. And those dudes, I'll die helping them. Porque ellos me han llevado a donde yo he llegado.
Yeah.
And I don't look for notoriety on any of this or on any of that. I want to be written down as a person. Hey, este vato,
give you the shirt off his back.
Este
And he
vato
does.
grabó una rola. He was part of this song that made millions of views. He was part of this band, and even though he's not a musician, or even though he's not on the level of all these musicians, el vato tiene lo de él behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I want to do. I want to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the front man. Do people tell me to record and sing? Sí, hoy me viento mi palomazo, and I promise you, it feels great to hear all the people cheer and all of that. Pero como yo me siento, ese tiempo, para mí, ya se me pasó.
Yeah.
So right now, I take it as investments in people, and I hope to get the best out of them, and I hope for them to take that and run with it and do the best they can. So I only help people who do their part. So if you see me with somebody and you see me helping them, it's because they're putting 110% and I'm matching the 110%.
Yeah.
It's never going to be I'm doing 110% and they're doing 20%, because that's the one thing that I run away from. So as long as you're putting your 110%, Exit 240 will back you up.
Yeah,
and that's
definitely.
anybody.
Yeah.
That's anybody. Exit 240 will come and back you up, and there's no money involved. I don't do this for money. I want it. I will make my money in the end. Put it like that.
Yeah.
I want to be that guy at the end. I want people to come and say, I want this guy to record for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to end up that guy. But right now, I'm going to put my work in, and I'm going to be, puedo ser el gato, puedo ser el roadie, puedo ser el ayudante, lo que la gente me quiera decir. And I'm cool with that. This week, my family called me the groupie.
Yeah.
Does it hurt? A little bit. Oh, you're a groupie, andas con los grupos. That shows me that sometimes people don't see what I'm doing behind the scenes, but I'm okay with that. I'm not looking, to be honest. If I'm helping a band and that band does a badass show, that's my payment. El pinche show salió mamaloncísimo, llegó bastante gente, they were cheering, la voz se oyó bien, los tiempos estaban bien. You know, todos llegamos early to the gig, we showed up for sound check, like all of that matters to me. Does it necessarily matter to everybody else? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But to me, showing up on time, asking for the tickets, I need this many tickets. Do a lot of people want to get in and say, hey, can you give me some tickets? Can you give me some tickets? Do I want to? Yeah, they're my homies.
Yeah.
Believe me, but will that promoter mess with me again? If I ask them, hey, I got a group, I got 7 members, I need 25 tickets.
Yeah.
What is that promoter going to tell me? Bórrale la chingada.
Yeah. You're costing me money.
You know what I mean?
Making me money. Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes, and I get it. I get it that there's no money in the bands today to be paying a manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be giving the manager money. But if the manager does a good job, I think it's in your benefit.
Something, yeah.
Well, I just think it's in your benefit to have them.
Yeah.
Forget the money. The money is aparte.
Yeah.
Pero si el manager te va a quitar a ti, hey, sabes que yo manejo este gig, no te va a tocar a ti manejar. Hey, sabes que I'm going to line up the hotels, I'm going to line up the cars, we're going out of town to play, I'm going to line all this stuff up for you. You worry about the music. You concentrate on singing. You concentrate on being on tono. You concentrate on getting there on time.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people see the manager as a bad thing, but me está funcionando, put it like that, for me. For me, it's working out for me.
I guess.
As a
Let
good
me
thing.
tell Carlos something real quick. Hey, Carlos, make sure if she's using an iPhone, she's got to open the link on Safari, log into her Gmail, and then because she can't use regular Google. She has to. If she's using an iPhone, she's got to go open it up in Safari, log into her Gmail, and then she's able to come on. We're waiting for Grabriella Martinez to be on the show right now. So, yeah, no, everything you guys done, I've seen the sacrifice, and it's a good place. And people, you need to come out and support Lola's. You need to come check it out one time. And meet Lola. She's Terrie, Miss Terrie. She's here all the time. Can meet her and see the atmosphere that they have here. And I guarantee you guys are gonna have fun here.
And I'm just gonna wrap up on my brother.
Uh-huh.
If you are a friend of my brother, consider yourself lucky. He's a great person. No porque sea mi hermano, but he is. Sometimes se pasa de bueno. If you try to see that in me, you're never going to see it, because that's not me. It's not.
A la neta.
Yeah.
La neta.
Yeah. And if I feel like you're taking advantage of me, I'll
but
call
I'm
you
gonna
on
be honest.
that.
I don't say this because I'm here. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's there. I've seen your kindness. You are the same way as Joe. It's just in a different way. Because I've seen the kindness, you know. Yeah, you are stern, and you will shut off our lights when we go over time. But
sure will. And don't apologize.
He said,
but I see
vino
your
tu amigo
kindness.
Pun, and he said, I'm Joey's friend. I said, what'd you say? It'll be $20.
Oh man.
So she don't.
I've seen your kindness. You didn't know me, and you invited me for food here.
No,
and then,
she's nice. Let's
she
not
is.
make it seem
Yeah.
like she's not nice.
She is nice.
She's definitely nice, and definitely she does make sure people have a good time.
But she doesn't like being taken advantage of. That's
right.
one thing I've seen. That she'll call you out, where we will be like, "Dang, took it, man. No, but maybe we can fix it next time." Fuck that next time. Let me tell you right now.
That's true.
I get you.
No, and she just wants people to respect her place, and I get it. Like I say, when it's you the one doing the work,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I don't. She don't want cigarettes in here. I don't blame her.
Yeah.
She don't want you vaping in here. I don't blame her. This is her spot. She put the sweat.
There's
and
clubs
work in it.
where I will not play if they won't let me smoke a cigarette or vape, and she took mine. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say, man.
But the door is right there.
Yeah, I get it. No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like you say, it's her place, you know, and it's not even in a bad way saying it's the lugar, and you know how you want it. And I think people, if they really put themselves in your shoes, they can respect that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's es lo que falta. Most people come and deben de meterle un montón de feria. Pues,
Yeah.
I don't think it.
We ain't rich. Hold up.
Well, it's not that it's not rich. It's just the club tiene que dar.
Yeah.
Para poder meterle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Is what business owner is going to keep putting money that's not coming in.
Yeah, you're
So
absolutely
you know what I mean? Yo creo que ella se está moviendo como se debe de mover, and if more people come and support, then pues.
And
You'll
I
be
think
the
you
same
can
about it.
also agree that it has, and I think you heard you say that it's a trial and error, and most of the times it's a lot of errors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and all those errors are dollar bills that are being wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For
So,
sure.
yeah.
For sure. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here so that Gabby, but one last thing, I would not feel great if I did not say to Sally and Sualda, I am so sorry that I was not able to celebrate your birthday here at Lola's in true Lola form. I invite you back so that I can do that for you, because I take great pride in recognizing the people that do come to Lola's on a regular basis and making them feel special. So, Sally, I'm sorry. Please come back to Lola's and we will make your birthday great.
Free buckets, huh? On
No.
me.
No.
On me? I'll take care of it. I will take care of it.
On you.
I get it. No, I will cover it. How about that?
There
I
you
will
go.
cover it. When they come, let me know and I will cover it. I promise. Okay. So again, we're getting ready for Gabby Martinez, who's going to be on with us in a few moments. But I guess we're going to bring up the guys now.
I'm going to step out.
Miss Terrie, thank you so much. I appreciate you
You're
coming
welcome.
on.
Appreciate Watch me trip and fall.
It's appreciated. Make sure you trip her with that wire real quick. Well, we got Adam and we got Carlos Aviles. All right. A ver, tráete la chair para acá, Adam. Let's fix these guys up as we wait for Miss Grabriella Martinez, and we're gonna fix up these cameras.
I got big shoes to fill.
Yeah. Oh shit, you're coming, man. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo decía el Great Balls of Fire? Follow that.
No, mi cuñado no quería
follow
pedos ni
that.
madres.
I have to.
Yeah, I got you.
I have to drink water.
So
Yeah.
he was over there. He had the off button. He was gonna shut us down if anything went south.
Yeah.
Nah. I think she was just trying to clear stuff up. And my sister's like that. She's not gonna beat around the bush, especially if it's something that bothers
Get
her.
your trash off
You know what I mean? And I don't think she's mad at anybody.
Trash out.
I just felt like she,
sorry.
she wanted to clear it up and she don't feel right. She don't feel
Yeah.
right when people, don't know the real story or if it didn't have any kind of credibility, or if the person who commented, if she didn't understand her,
Yeah.
she would have not came on here. She would have been like,
No, y es
forget
como
about
te
you.
digo, I mean,
Pero I know that she wanted to address it. And
Dile
I,
that they left their phone.
and
I'm
I feel
sorry.
like it's different. Let's put, for instance, Sencillo. If we brought Sencillo and Mark didn't show up, they had a fill in for Mark.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really Sencillo.
Yeah.
That I understand. But if the singer's the singer and you might change some of the band members, I think it's still valid. I understand where people would want to know.
Yeah.
I think that's also valid. But on the other hand, like I say, I think that they were good musicians. You know what I mean?
They were.
I don't think it sounded bad. Like I say, I wasn't here for this for what happened here, the mishap or the sound or whatever. But
Carlos was here. What's
Well,
up, Carlos?
here's one thing I'll tell you. musicians are musicians. If they consider themselves musicians, and you watch them perform with other groups, they're talented musicians. Otherwise, they wouldn't be playing. Nobody hires musicians, and if you hire them one time and they don't do a good job, you're not going to hire them again.
Of course, yeah.
So who we had to support David and Excelencia. By the way, there was a member of Excelencia here. Not all members of Excelencia are still with David, and that's understandable. We can go down the list, and you can pick any group that's been around for more than 20 years, and I can tell you that most of those members are no longer with them, yeah. and they shouldn't, because some of those members have gone on to their own selves, and basically they started their own groups.
Excelencia vino de donde, Adam?
La mafia.
Yeah, venían de la mafia, right?
Ex-mafia members.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Yeah, yes. But remember, David was with Jaime de Anda. Remember?
Yeah,
they're cousins.
And I heard that David de Anda and Jaime are getting together to do a brand new collaboration.
Yeah, we saw. There was an article on Tejano Nation. They're doing something. We'll know.
Son hermanos, son primos.
No, they're cousins.
Oh, cousins. Yeah,
they're cousins. Yeah, and they've been around about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Go back to one thing that Terrie was mentioning, and this is more about customers. We always, and this is growing up as a customer or even working for businesses. One thing we learned to value customers.
Yeah, of course.
Because without customers, you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive in the industry. But you also learn to accept the fact that not everybody's going to be happy.
Yeah.
So you're going to have those eaches that for whatever reason they don't see eye and eye to what the reality is. And you have to work with them. But there comes to a point where you have to accept the fact that they might not come back to you. But as long as you do your diligence to see them for what you see and appreciate them for being here, if they still don't want to come back, it's their prerogative. I mean, they can choose to go wherever they want. We don't want to force people to come here. We want people to come here. We want people to feel like they're welcome here. We're not high in prices, and we've done studies to show what we charge compared to other businesses, and we don't want to be that high, but we also can't be that low either.
Yeah.
Because you got to pay the light bill, you got to pay the air conditioning when it goes down. So you'll have those, those requirements that we have to make sure that they get funded.
Yeah.
So long story short, she did a great job explaining what's happened, and good thing she went back and forth to making us visualize, or making the people that are watching is visualize really how this started, because this was a hobby that turned into a business, and we're still not there where we want to be. And there's a lot of improvements that we're gonna keep doing, and we always seek feedback. So even though those reviews, somebody might post a good review or somebody might post a bad review, we always look at those reviews because we can learn from those reviews.
Yeah,
and we give them credit. If they're going to take the time to write a review, we appreciate that, and we're going to value that review, good or bad or indifferent. And if there's something that we can make to make it a better experience for those customers that don't feel that this was worth their time, we'll make the improvements. Okay, but we're not gonna give everybody 100% of their return if we know they got satisfied or
es como alguien que ordered a plate of food, se lo comió todo, and then they're like, "Can I get a refund? No me gustó la comida."
Well, you know what? And Terrie and I had that conversation about food. If somebody says, "Listen, that food was not what it was last week or last month," we'll redo it again. That's nothing. Oh, we'll give them the credit back, and that's something that we're not stern about it, and we understand that there's sometimes cooks make mistakes, and something's not right. If there's something's not right, we'll fix it. If we can't fix it, we'll give you money back. We'll give you another item on the menu. So we understand that. But if if you ask for a table and you sat there for 3 hours, you're not going to get a refund.
Yeah.
Nowhere in the world would you get a refund when you pay for something and you utilize it. So it is what it is at this point. But nonetheless, is Gabby ready?
No. What did she say? Did she say she was
Gabby's trying to log in now.
see if she messaged you, see if she's having any problems so we can send her the link if we need to.
Just remind everybody, you got October 27th, you got Huracan, right? Here?
Yeah.
We have so on the 17th, on the 17th we got.
Let me get her ready. Explain that. Let me get her ready so we can put her on.
Perfect.
Hold on.
She's on. Yeah. It's on the 17th we got La Decisión.
Perfect.
We got
and Joey.
yeah. So they're the new group.
Yeah. I got to see them at Meech's, their first performance.
We got you, Miss Gabby. Give us 1 second.
Yeah, and then Huracan, yes, on the 20th.
I see her giving the thumbs up.
25th, and I think Gabby's ready to go.
Yeah, so you want to bring her in right now?
We can.
Are we ready? We ready, guys? Pretty good. Should we cover all the topics that we need to cover before we bring her on? Because once Gabby comes on, I want no goddamn interruptions, all right? I'm telling you that right now. Nobody better interrupt, cut her off or anything. She's going to get my full attention right now. No, but you guys ready? We're good?
We're ready, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got her on the line. She is ready to go. Miss Gabby Martinez. Miss Gabby, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Can we check the sound? Let me make sure her sound is coming in. Can we check your sound? Can you say hello?
Yes.
Oy,
Hello.
There's no sound here. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, no prendí algo. Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to connect. Hold on. Let me connect something else. See why her sound's not coming in.
Imagine we were live.
Huh?
We are live.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah, we are live. So I have her. Let me turn off my little thing. Can you hear us now? Can you say hello so I can hear you?
Hello.
There we go. I got her.
You got her?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to hear.
You going to interpret?
No, for some reason it's not working on this. I had another little mixer where I had the sound going in.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm gonna. So I can hear you, and what's going to happen is I'll tell the guys what you say so they can reiterate, or you can also hear their questions. They just can't hear yours. So, Miss Gabby Martinez, welcome to the show, and thank you for joining us. How do you feel today?
I feel good. I'm so glad I was able to make it, y'all. I literally work happened and I ran out of there. When I tell y'all I needed to make this. So I'm glad to be able to talk to you all today.
She feels great. She just got out of work and she ran as possible to come able to be joining us because she wanted to be on the #1 show, Menavi podcast.
Yeah, Florida.
She says she loves Juan Jose. The rest of y'all guys can go. I'm putting words into her mouth right now. But hey, I'm glad that you were able to be with us here on this Monday. We usually do the show on Tuesday. We're able to accommodate, and we're glad we had you on the show.
Yes. Thank you for having. Listen, I would have done anything, so I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, no, and again, we appreciate you. So, real quick, one thing that I didn't know about till today that you're actually from Florida.
Yes, Tampa Bay.
She's
right
Tampa
down the
Bay,
street
Florida.
from y'all.
Right down the street here,
Brandon,
she says.
Florida. Yep.
Brandon.
From Brandon, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. Then I heard that. I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know that. Not only that, another surprising thing that I also didn't know that I also found very curious because I had a lot. It gave me more questions than answers. You're not even Mexican. No. So what's your nationality?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm Korean, Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, and Colombian.
So we're going to have to do a certificate and certify her as a Mexican.
Yeah, we're going to certify you Mexican.
Yeah.
We are, ¿cómo se dice? When they say we're making you an honorary Mexican today, a Tejana.
Yes.
What got you into Tejano music? How did that happen? Korean, Colombian, and Puerto Rican, you said?
That's always been my question. How'd you get there?
How did it happen that you decided to do Tejano music?
It honestly, so what had happened was I was in college. It was my last semester. I had no idea what I wanted to do yet. I had an idea, but I was still like, kind of on the fence. I had someone reach out to me, and they were from Texas, and they were like, hey, we would love to sign you to our label. And music had been something that was always home to me. It was always something I wanted to do. I always wanted to sing. And they were like, it's going to be Spanish. For me, that was scary because I'm not fluent. So singing in Spanish was never something I ever. You're gonna sing a ranchera. Do you know what a ranchera is? And I was like, not at the time. I hadn't really gotten. I wasn't knowledgeable yet. I didn't know too much about Tejano music, and I'm gonna be completely honest about that. I didn't know too much. Of course, I knew Selena. I knew Jennifer Peña and the Cumbia Kings. Like that, I was aware of that, but I wasn't very knowledgeable in Tejano music. But the second I got in it, I just grew a passion for it. I grew a love for it. And I knew that it was something I really wanted to do and something that I was going to give my all. So,
Wow, that is an interesting combination, man, to want to do Tejano. And it's because someone asked you to do a ranchera. Now, one thing I noticed about your voice, man, you have that raspiness in the voice just like Selena had. I noticed that.
thank you. Yeah. A lot of people, and that's so funny that people bring it up because obviously it's my voice, so I don't think anything of it. But I was actually at a bar, sitting at the bar top at this restaurant, and I was just talking with the person next to me, and this girl tapped my shoulder, and she was like, "I love your voice."
Yeah.
like she's like, "I love your voice. Like, are you a smoker? Like, are you?" And I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
"No, actually, I don't smoke at all. I really don't. It's just my mom's side of the family. They have raspy voices, so it just happened.
And another thing
Work out.
that I heard, and I'm pretty sure that you guys heard it too. She's here from Florida, and in case you guys didn't know, she's here from Florida. One day she decided, you know what, I want something to get me out of my comfort zone. So she decided to go by herself with her dog to Texas and try to make it in Tejano music.
No,
Yep.
and I also seen she's been opening up for some
Yeah,
some good names.
She has. Oh, so
Yeah,
so
yeah.
one thing, because we brought Gabby here last year, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So she was here last year. So so listen to this story, all right?
Uh-huh.
So we do her flyer. We knew she had been in consideration for nomination for the Grammy, the Latin Grammy, right?
Yeah.
So we did the flyer and we put on the flyer that she was nominated, right?
Uh-huh.
And we kept that flyer up for a couple of days until somebody in the audience, some of the audience made it known on a posting that she had not been nominated yet. She had not gone through the process.
Wow.
She was part of the nomination for the nomination.
Gotcha.
You know those steps, and then they'll select the top 5, and those are the top 5 get nominated.
Uh-huh.
So she did the right thing. She contacted us, and we fixed the flyer. So we took that
it off.
off. So it was just Grabriella Martinez.
Yeah.
No awards, no nominations, right?
Gabriela Martinez.
Yeah, just Grabriella Martinez, right?
But now?
But hold on.
Okay, hold on, okay. I don't want to jump the gun. Go ahead.
So we fixed that flyer. Then she comes here to Lola, so she performs as a nominee.
Okay, all right, there you
Right?
go.
She was a nominee last year, right? And then
We
again,
knew
tell us
all.
about this year.
Yeah.
What's going on, Gabriella? What do we got
Oh,
going on this year?
It's crazy. I can't even. When I found out, because this year I knew a lot of my peers as well. They were submitting, and I have so much respect for everybody in the industry because this industry is so talented. Like there's so much talent. Every freaking corner you look, there's an amazing band, there's amazing artists, there's amazing producers. Like it was insane. It was a really exciting time, I think, in the industry because a lot of us were putting out our art. And when I submitted, of course you want the nomination because being recognized for your music, that's a big deal. But I didn't really I didn't think I was going to get nominated again at all. At all. I was not expecting it. I was just when I found out, I was actually walking my dog, and I saw it online, and we were getting to it. It's by category. So once we got to Mexican regional, I knew Tejano was going to come up, and I just I said a little prayer, and I was like, regardless of what happens, like God's got me, and this is just you. This isn't everything. Of course, it'd be super cool to get, but you know what your craft is, you know what you do, and so believe in yourself, believe in the work you put. So I saw that I was nominated and I immediately started bawling my eyes out. I looked insane. I was literally in the middle of the road walking my dog. My dog's looking at me like I'm insane because I'm just crying so hard. The first thing I do is call my mom. I FaceTime her. She thinks someone died because I'm like red and sobbing and just gross. And yeah, it was just so surreal. And I think it still hasn't hit me. Like I'm still kind of in shock about it, but I'm so grateful and so just incredibly in awe of my producer, Mariano. Got to give a shout out to Mariano Herrera. But I'm amazed and just so blessed that I get to have this opportunity again. For sure.
And this is the second nomination, ¿verdad?
Yes.
So
2 years in a
again,
row.
first of all, forgive me for disrespecting the way that I presented you. Ladies and gentlemen, two-time Grammy nominated Grabriella Martinez. How about that? Does that make it more special? That's right. Two-time Grammy nominated Grabriella Martinez. So where's the place right now? Or who is the matter of fact, a better question, who's the band have you opened up? You're like, oh man, this is someone that I've heard back in the day when I was younger, somebody I was inspired by, and I can't believe right now I'm opening up for that band right now.
It wasn't necessarily I opened for him. We were at the same event. And I played right before him. But I'll just say I opened for him, but really no, it was a festival. But Bobby Pulido, that was really cool because his dad was there as well. And Desvelado is like, that's the jam. Like that Desvelado is when I think of Tejano music, I think of that song specifically. And of course, Bobby Pulido is one of the greats. Like honestly, I can say that with so much confidence. He is one of the greats, and being able to share that stage and be able to meet him and see him, it was surreal.
So I take it now that he's running for office, you're gonna vote for him, no? He can count on your vote.
Oh,
I don't think she can.
you got me. I got you, Bobby. Listen, Houston, we got your back. Okay, we got you.
Oh yeah, but they're telling me that you're probably out of his district, right? I think I don't know how that works over there. I know nothing about politics. Yeah. In heart, you got my vote, Bobby. So I seen you also do the Domingo show, that live show. Any other shows that you've done that we don't know about? Because again, a lot of stuff that happens in Texas, it takes a while for us from here in Florida to see it.
Floridians, right? No, yeah. In terms of Tejano or just in general?
Tejano or in general.
So last year, okay, so I have done Squid Games, The Challenge. It was a reality show. I was on season 1. I didn't make it very far. So that one, it was just the experience, honestly. I also did Raid the Cage, a reality show with my dad last year.
Oh, wow.
We actually won. We won. So that was insane. That was crazy. And then I've done Telemundo. They actually got me for a Selena special for her birthday. They wanted me to sing. And it was my first Spanish interview. And I messed up.
Oh, no.
My Spanish is not perfect, but I made it through. And they thought it was cute. So
messing up a Selena song is like messing up the Star Spangled Banner, no?
That's the same. No, I didn't mess up the Selena song. The Selena song is the only
Has
thing
she
I got
sang
right.
one yet? Have she sang already? Like Jenny beat this past weekend?
I don't know. Have you opened up a like a baseball game or something like that, or anything like that? Have you done something like that?
No, actually, no. And I had the opportunity for the Spurs, but I was out of town at the time.
Repeat that. You had the opportunity for the Spurs, but okay.
Yes, I was out of town when they.
She was out of town when they offered her to do it for the Spurs.
Oh, you gotta cancel. You gotta cancel out of town.
I know.
Yeah, she said she messed up. Yeah, next time. No, well, another question that I gotta ask right now. So you're doing Tejano, but have you thought about doing like a crossover to something else, or is that Tejano something that you're gonna stick with to try out a little bit more? Or what is your ambition right now? Siguiendo para adelante.
For me, honestly, I really do want to stick with cumbias. I think a lot of people right now see Tejano as it's starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And a lot of different sounds are coming in now. A lot of different artists are coming in. So I think right now I do want to stay in the genre. I do want to see what can become of it. I have a lot of passion for it. And I think that my voice fits it pretty well. I feel very comfortable in it as well. And I love the music, and I think that it can go very far for me.
Your voice
So
does fit it, man. So one question is, where did that voice come from, man? Because when I hear it, I'm not gonna lie, man. It sounds like Selena. I'm not. Y si yo cierro los ojos, that's what Selena had a raspiness, but not only that, a clear voice. Cuando ella cantaba, it didn't look like she was forcing it. It didn't look like she had to change her tone. It was so natural. That's how your voice sounds like. You got an
thank
amazing
you.
voice.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know.
The
My
guys
parents,
the guys are asking if you could do a little acapella for us right now. Maybe let the people hear your voice right now.
let the people hear. Okay.
Okay,
Like,
she's
let me
going.
clear my throat. Let's see. I'll do something. This was actually a cover, but I put it on my EP. It's called Se Acabó Aquel Amor. It's a ranchera. So.
Okay.
Ya se acabó, ya terminó aquel amor. No volverás, se marchitó todo cariño. Yo quisiera yo regresar a lo pasado del ayer y estar contigo, solo un momento.
Whoa, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A little acapella, a little preview for us. So another question that I want to ask, is there a place that that you played right now that you're like, man, this was like the craziest place for me to come out and play? Again, not thinking being over there in Florida, I was going to see something like this.
Holy, craziest place I played. Honestly, this was a cool place. It was called the Grandscape. It's in Dallas. Huge venue. Huge. I think that was one of the coolest places. But for sure, I'm always going to say this. My first big girl show, when I made over $1,000. This is why, it was like the first time I brought home something that felt like, okay, this is cool to have this much money for a show, because for a while, paying your dues, dude, like you don't make much. But it was with Michael Salgado in Clovis, New Mexico.
Michael Salgado.
Love
And
it.
what was the name of the club in what was the name of the club?
It wasn't a club. It was like a festival.
Oh, a festival with Michael Salgado. Oh, okay. Carlos is saying that he thought you were going to say Lola's, but okay, we understand. We get it.
Yeah. You know what though? Actually, that was a really special show for me because it was my first time performing back home, and a lot of my family and friends came out to see me, and that was super cool to have that. And I was super stoked about it because it will always be my first Florida show.
You know what? Yeah. So I live now here in Florida, and I consider myself a Florida person now more than Texas, because we're also from Texas. Yeah. But I consider myself more a person here from Florida. But to see you, how does it feel when and I've seen this in interviews where it sounds so weird but so cool when people say, "So we got a Florida singer who's singing Tejano now," and I'm like, "Those don't even go together." But I'm glad she's representing over there, man.
Yeah, of course. I always say 813.
Yeah, she always says
813. I'll be like 813.
Yeah. No, I saw an interview where they're saying like, what brought you to our music? It ain't y'all music no more. Did you hear Grabriella Martinez say kill it out there?
I think that's also like people are like, okay, she's not Mexican. She's not from Texas. She's not Tejana then. How are you? Like it's like they don't understand how it works. But I always say, like, music has no boundaries.
Yeah.
Anyone can sing anything. I mean, look at Snoop Dogg. He has a mariachi. Did we ever expect that? No. But we have it.
He's with Banda too. Yeah. No, and one thing with real quick, because Joey's also has another question. You can say this. Let me tell her this. One thing you can basically say that Tejano just ain't people from Texas, because not only are you from Florida, you're also Cuban, Korean, and Puerto Rican. So if that ain't saying that Tejano reaches other places, I don't know what does.
Yeah. No, and that's something I tell people all the time, is that we can't box it, because once you start to box what Tejano music should be and how it should sound and who should sing it, who shouldn't sing it, it's never going to be able to grow. So you just got to let it do its thing. It's going to attract the right people, and the right people are going to showcase it to whoever wants to hear it. And hopefully we can create more fans around the world, not just in the United States.
Exactly. I'm going to pass the mic over to Joey. Joey.
Yeah, so I have a question. There's a young lady who performed this weekend. She's 17. It was her first performance.
Yes.
Can you give us any kind of insight on the difference between you trying to have your career take off in Florida as to how quick it's moving in Texas?
So the thing is, that's actually the first time someone's asked me that question. I never really got to grow my career in Florida at all. I never had the chance because at the time when I was going to college, I wasn't thinking about music. I didn't think music was going to be a possibility for me, but I thought that I was going to get a regular job. And, I wanted to be a forensic psychologist. So totally different ends of the spectrum. But I mean, God had other plans. So I never really got to experience my career in Florida. It all started here in Texas. But I really am curious to see how I would do back home.
Oh, wow. So would I, man. We need to get together and do something and bring her out here to a huge. I mean, La Ranch would be nice, man. No, when again, before I knew that you were from Florida, because I had no idea. Plus your nationality. We were talking with Jenny B, and I was talking to Jenny B, and I told Jenny B, I asked her, "Hey, who do you think?" But I always say, take yourself out. Who do you think's another female singer that's really good? Your name was the first name that popped up. And she's like, I like what Grabriella Martinez is doing. And I'm like, yes, I've seen her. Yeah. I'm also on Q99.5 Tejano y Mas in San Angelo, Texas. And of course, we're jamming out your music there. So I'm proud of everything you've done. And again, I don't judge you for who you are or where you're from. I just heard a badass singer doing some killer vocals. And not only that, you're super active on social media.
Yes, you got to be. And, it's so funny that you say that because I was nervous at first to say where I was from because, you don't really hear of a Hispanic Asian girl singing Tejano music. That's not a thing, especially from Florida. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's not a thing. But I was very scared at first to tell people, this is where I'm from. This is my ethnicity, I didn't want to get any backlash. But at the end of the day, I am proud of who I am. I am very proud of where I come from. So I did it. And the comments were so kind. I mean, I have people from Mexico all the time saying, it's okay, we adopted you. Like, don't worry about it. You're adopted. Like, you can be Mexican. You're invited, like, to the carne asada. And so I'm like, all right, cool. We're homies. We're friends. We're good. There's nothing to be scared of. Just be proud of where you come from. Be proud of who you are. And people, if they see that you're being genuine, they're gonna love you for who you are.
No, I see that, man. And again, your career has been taking off and it's been going crazy. Super proud of everything. And again, to be representing Florida, no matter your nationality, great singer, a great person. Again, 2-time nominated for a Grammy. So we're super proud of you. You got Florida 100% behind you. You got Texas. You got Texas in the bag. People in Texas love you out there. All the radio stations are playing your music. So definitely we're supporting you and we're behind you 100%. You got a question?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got to send your music to Text Flow Radio. You have not done so. Tony will actually put your music out there as well. So whatever new releases you got there, whoever is distributing your music, send it out to Text Flow Radio. And also you have 561, Tejano 561 out of West Palm Beach. So there is some there's two radio stations that I can tell you right now that they're 100% Tejano. And that's all they play, and that's all they aspire to play at this point. Hopefully, other radio stations will pick up her music.
Yeah,
that'd be a big deal.
What I always say about Tejano, for Tejano bands over there, they're basically, you can say a Tejano artist in Tejano is local, but all the local radio stations are playing them. Well, I want to see my Florida stations playing Grabriella Martinez because she's local. She's Florida. She's from Florida. So I want all my Florida stations playing some Grabriella Martinez. Y ni modo que pueden decir, no, pues si no es que nadie like, she's 2-time Grammy nominated, fool. Who you talking about?
2-time and dreaming of winning. Dreaming of winning this one.
When is the Grammys? When do we find out if you won or not? Because to me, you already won.
November 13th.
November
November
13th.
13th.
November 13th.
Wow. Are you nervous about that night?
No,
Is that in
yes.
Miami?
Yes and no.
What the?
It's in Las Vegas.
It's in Las Vegas, she said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Las Vegas. Well, if you need a chaperone, I don't know nothing about Las Vegas, but if you need a chaperone, I'd gladly go and show you around, even though we're both going to get lost
go,
and robbed,
guys.
but I'll gladly show you.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So another question about the Grammys. Do they air that part of your category, or they don't air that part? Because that was a question that we were talking about. I know that there's some parts that they don't air. Does that air on live TV or?
Not the Tejano portion.
Not
no.
the
But you
Tejano
can still
portion.
look it up and see it. They record it.
You can still look it up and see it, and they can record it. Again, for people that are watching, I'm repeating the question because they can't hear her. Our little machine didn't work for them to be able to hear her, so I'm repeating the
I
question.
guess the question needs to be answered by the show. Why they don't
Yeah,
air
we need
that?
a protest.
Why? Does not a Grammy's a Grammy, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, there's
That's
so
we gotta post that
many
question to
out there.
whoever's in charge of that.
If you win, which I hope you do, Kimmel, you better call her. ¿Cómo se llama? Jimmy Fallon, you better call her. I see all these people, Grammy winners, that you got the next day. You better have Grabriella Martinez. If she wins the Grammy, or else we're protesting, man. We're going to get you your job lost again.
We're gonna call the governor of Florida.
Yeah, we're going to call Ron DeSantis. And yeah, if you win, I'm going to call Ron DeSantis, which is the governor here in Florida, and tell him to make it Grabriella Martinez Day. That's what we're going to ask for. Vamos a tener un ton parade aquí para ti todo. So are you the only one right now in Texas de tu familia? Or is it, again, I'm talking Spanish and she probably doesn't even understand. But are you the only one in Texas? Just todavía, is it just you and your dog or?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
us. We're strong. We're a strong group, though.
Well, what did your mom and dad think about that? What did they, are you insane? Did they tell you that or what?
Well, funny enough, my parents are actually here at the moment.
Oh, okay.
They come, they visit me a lot. So my dad is here pretty much at least once a month.
So your
like,
dad's with you. He
along-
goes to visit you once a month. So that's pretty cool. But again, what did they think about you just moving up there? Were they
both-
behind you 100% or?
Yeah, they told me, both of them, they were just like, look, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna give it your all. Like you're not gonna just, excuse my French, half-ass this. Like you're gonna give it your all. And so if it means moving to Texas to do this, because it'll be easier and better for you to really hone in on your music. That was the main thing for them, is if this is the craft and this is the route you're going to choose, then you need to go where it was made. You need to go where it's popping, and like actually learn the craft and perfect it. So they were behind me 100%.
Yeah, because if I can understand people or parents hearing this from their kids saying, I'm going to LA, you'll be like, okay, I know you want to be a movie star. You said, I'm going to Texas, mom and dad. Are you crazy, Texas? I would have been better you saying LA. Because, people pick up and go to LA to want to be TV movie stars. But you said, no, I'm going to Texas. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Not Nashville?
I think that made them feel better.
Okay.
Yeah.
They felt better you going over here. Okay. Now, when you started singing ranchera, did you think, all right, ranchera Tejano, or Tejano was something that was in you, not just because someone said, hey, let's try out some Tejano music? Because you said ranchera, and again, ranchera is still different from ranchero music to Tejano. That's still a leap.
It was, yeah. So it was definitely Tejano ranchera. Like it was
Okay.
leaning more towards that. And that's another thing that when I got here, I had to learn. There's so many different styles of music. It's not just one thing. It's, okay, you have a ballad, you have a romantic ballad, then you have a ballad with mariachi. Now you have norteño, light. Okay, now you have ranchera, you have Tejano rancheras, you have cumbia vallenato. Like there's so many layers to it. It's not just all one thing. It's not black or white. Like it's literally like a whole just accumulation of different styles of music. And I love that. I think that's so fun because it gives you so much freedom with your music and so many different ways to play around with it.
No, definitely understand that. And again, if you guys hear a little pause, it's because I'm repeating everything she said to the guys because they can't hear. Pero, you guys got another question for?
Yeah, Gabby, when are you coming back to Riverview?
Oh, hopefully soon.
Hopefully so.
I would love to go back. Hopefully soon.
When are you coming back to Florida?
Oof.
Okay, he said,
Y'all
manden el
is
cheque and I'll go.
Because the reason I'm asking you because we like to take advantage of your trip to Florida and see if we can do something over here.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
honestly,
Friday or Saturday if we can work something out.
yeah, you let me know. I'm always ready. So I want an excuse to go back home. I will find an excuse to go back home. So
No, definitely.
You got to talk to your mom and dad, so that way they can.
I'm
say
not
they
even gonna tell
miss
them. I'm
you.
just
Mom
gonna
and
show
dad, if you're
up.
listening.
She's not going to tell us she's just going to show up.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
maybe bring her and Jenny B, right?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, so
Jenny's
question I have for
fire.
you, Gabby.
Oh,
So, I think you are what I consider the new Tejano.
thank you.
Where do you see yourself? And I guess in 2 to 3 years. I mean, I don't want to say 5 years. I think it's too long. But where do you see yourself? In I guess maybe 2 to 3 years. And then, what do you think about Tejano in general? Do you think it's going up, or you think it's dormant, or do you think it's on a decline? What do you think?
I think right now Tejano music is becoming, because like you said, New Tejano. You consider me part of New Tejano. There's a lot of New Tejano coming in. You mentioned Jenny B, my friend Vanita Leo as well. You know, Annika. There's so many artists out there that are trying to where this is the door. They're just trying to get in, you know? And I think truthfully, there's still a lot of people that want Tejano to be a certain way and to be a certain sound and to kind of keep it where it was, you know, at its golden age is what people like to say. But the golden age is the golden age for a reason. And I think that music will always be timeless. You know, I think that Tejano music is one of those things that you can dance to for the rest of your life, that you can pass down from generation to generation. But I think that there needs to be more of an acceptance of the new artists that are coming up. And I think that as long as we support
The
one
next
another
follow-up
as
question I have
artists,
for you.
yeah.
Do you see these? I guess in the last 2 years more for you because you're in the nominee phase of the Tejano Latin Award, no, the Tejano Grammy Award. Do you see yourself now with more opportunities now because of the nomination, or has it been the same, or what do you think?
Yes and no. Yes and no. I have been blessed this year. I have had a lot more opportunities in terms of gigs, but there still is that struggle of she's still new and she still has to pay her dues. You know, I still get told that. And I'm doing everything I can. You know, I don't think I'm ever going to stop working towards what I want. But to have that mindset, there's got to be a point where we start to get more opportunities, because how do you pay your dues if you don't have the opportunities to do it, you know? So I think the main thing on my end, just keep working hard, keep showing these people, everybody, that I'm here to stay, and just do it with a positive attitude. I think more than anything is the most important thing.
Well, we're happy for you, and I think you're going places. And one thing that we do here, and this is going on now for 2 years, that when we receive artists here, we get personal with them. And the reason we get personal is because we want them to interact with the clients here, with the people that come see them, which is their fan base. We want them to connect with with new fans, make new fans when they come here, and we learn from each other, and sometimes we take their ideas and we implement them here, or sometimes we make suggestions, to them. Grow your TikTok. I mean, with you, I mean, it's you're different because I consider you to be the TikTok queen, you know. But we do tell artists, you know, look at your social media, because that is the way to go now. That is how you communicate with your fan base, and you got to grow your fan base.
Yes.
And I'm glad you're doing that, and you're going places. We told you when you're here last year, you're going places. You're going to make it. You're almost there. So we're
Pushing.
proud
We're
of you.
keep pushing.
You're
Thank you
our
so much.
hometown girl now.
Yeah, you
I
got to represent
am,
us good
y'all.
over there. Yeah, you got to represent us good.
813. 813, y'all.
Yeah, another quick question right now. De todas tus canciones, of all your songs, which one is your favorite song that you go back and say, you know what, this is the jam right here? This
It's
will put
actually
me
a
in the mood.
ballad.
It's a ballad.
It's a ballad.
Which one is that?
El amor se nos murió.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on the new album, and it actually, man, that song is so powerful. I gave everything in that song. Like, I mean, like, I was like using my lungs to their max capacity. Like, I belted the hell out of that song. But that song requires so much emotion and so much love and so much heartbreak that it's just every time I listen back to it, it just makes me so like, oh, like I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of what the song is.
Yeah. Now, I know a person that when they sing a ballad, que es de dolor or something like that, they need to get into that mindset. They need to get to, like, if I were to say, well, I've been divorced, I think I know what dolor feels like, you know, being divorced or something like that. But where does your go to? What do you channel? Or is it somebody? Is it something? Is it a song? Is it a movie? Or what is it that you could channel something like that?
Honestly, this sounds kind of crazy, but I try to channel when I was heartbroken. Like I go back to that time and I feel it again. Like I try to feel it again and I take each word and I almost act it out in a way. Like I will, okay, this is what I'm saying. This is how I'm feeling. This is how the song's supposed to go. Go. I can't sing anything I haven't experienced.
Okay, you got another question over here.
I got a question. Is she signed to a label? Was she signed to a label, and has that benefited her? Has she seen great benefit in that?
I'm with a distribution company, Empire. There definitely is benefit to it because they distribute your music. They do a lot of, they help with promotions and they do help financially as well. So I am very lucky to have them. And we're going to definitely be releasing some more music very soon. So.
And again, that little pause is because I'm repeating everything she's saying to these guys so they can hear it and get the answers question. Because for some reason, it's falló algo acá. And later on, we're going to be fixing everything right now. This is what I call running gun. When we connect everything, y lo salen chispas y todo por todos lados, but we're still getting sound and we're still getting it in there. I can see Joey.
Así andamos.
So, yeah, Joey, he's also a promoter, and he's a guy who runs sound for several bands over here. También he manages Checo Velasquez. Huh?
Yeah. I own a studio.
Oh, nice.
I'm kind of getting my label off the ground, so I'm learning with the musicians. I'm trying to do things a little bit different than most. So it's something that's been working for me. So when you get back to Florida and you want to collab with some of these great artists from Florida, let me line that up.
Yeah, for sure.
I think this is
real quick. Yeah, somebody that I think that you should definitely hook up with. Again, we had him on here, and I knew him too, but didn't know he can sing. And holy Jesus, can he sing? Checo Velasquez. That's somebody who I think you need to collab with. I think that would be awesome. If you haven't heard him, there is a video on TikTok. Just look up Checo Velasquez and then check him out and see if there's somebody who you would want to collab. I think a ballad ranchera, them together, holy shit.
I think even Chris Dimes.
Yeah, Chris Dimas. Yeah, Chris Dimas would be good. Yeah,
somebody that I think would be phenomenal with her.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. You had another question?
Yeah, I do. I think this is Gabby's sister or mom. She sent a post say we need to do a festival in Florida and bring you over here so you can perform. And I think that's something that actually we thought about all this year and trying to trying to find the right location because we're looking
Yeah.
for obviously the right size, the right atmosphere, and all that, and the right timing. Because Florida, for outdoor events in Florida, it's kind of risky. There's a lot of
Oh yeah.
even when it says 1% chance of rain, that means what?
Yeah, you
That
got
means
to walk
100
around with the umbrella.
1% means it
'Cause
is
it
going to
could be-
rain.
Yeah.
50%.
Yeah,
So-
you never know if it's going to rain or not.
Yeah. So timing wise, we looked into it. That's something that we want to do. If
good.
if we end up finding the right location and then the timing as well, because a lot of our venues in Florida are booked, year round. So we can find the right location. We're gonna make it happen. So it's just
For
a matter of
sure.
time, and then hopefully we'll get a good turnout too. Make sure it doesn't rain.
Yeah, yeah. She said for sure. She said she's down. Just let her know. Yeah,
I'm
estamos
down.
listos. That's good, man. So another something else that you're planning on doing right now that we may not know, another collaboration or something like that. Is there something in the works que todavía, something that you can give us exclusive wise that nobody knows yet?
Breaking news.
We will be dropping some music. I can't say how much, but very soon.
You're
Very,
dropping some
very
new
soon.
music very soon. Okay. You don't want to give us
Very
that. It's okay. I'm gonna mute it. Can you just tell me when? Just so I can be on the lookout. You don't have to
she
tell
send it to
everybody
you?
else. Yeah. You can send it to us. Oh, by the way, don't forget I'm on Q99.5. So go on the Menavi
Yes,
and just send me the music so we can play it on the radio. Definitely, because we play your music out there. So we definitely support you. And you were also another one where because I do a remix show and I'm always listening to hear new music. And I told Jenny B, this happened the same way and it happened the same way as you, that I'm listening to the radio because they do a replay. So I'm hearing the radio and just regular songs are coming out. And then I hear you and I heard Jenny B together and I'm like, who are they? And then I go and I'm like, okay, Grabriella Martinez and Jenny B. And I'm like, wow, great female voices. And we had her on and definitely had her on live over here. So it was great. And I think you guys, as well as many more like Savannah Ocean and all you girls are kicking butt out there.
Yeah. The girls got to stick together. I'm
Yes,
telling you, the girls, we're powerful. We're a powerful force. So,
And I don't think you were a part, but I think if not, they got to do it again. But I saw that they did a festival or something like that where they got a whole bunch of the female girls, the new girls, and they did a whole show. I think that's something that if you haven't been a part of, you definitely need to be a part of.
I've done something like that, and it was super fun. It was so fun just having a lineup of all women, just showcasing our talents. I hope they continue to do it.
Okay, right now, if people want to find you, how do they find you?
Grabriella Martinez Oficial. All platforms. The name is the same.
Gotcha. Grabriella Martinez Oficial and all the platforms. Gotcha. Por supuesto, ladies and gentlemen. And what's the name of your latest album?
Yo no te perdí. Yo no te perdí. That is my latest album. I'm very proud of her. So y'all go take a listen.
Where is your dog, by the way? I don't see him. Where is he at? Is he locked in another room? You got him locked in the closet? Is that what
Oh,
it is?
my daughter, Roxanne. She's some Rocky. She's hiding from me right now.
Gotcha. She's camera shy. Didn't want to come on. I get that.
Yeah, she's hiding.
All right. Any other questions, guys, before? All right, we're going to. Got it. All right. We had a long day. We had to come in early, and then we had some other people. But we had a great time. And again, we were waiting on you, accommodated. But we understand that life happens. A lot of stuff gets in the way. Como when these guys told me, "Hey, come here early." They told me to come here early too, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there at 7." I didn't get here till 8. I tried. I didn't get here till 8. I had some other stuff to do. Just life gets in the way. But we're all like, "Hey, we're gonna wait for her. We're gonna wait. Set it all up. We're gonna wait." We ate and everything, and I'm like, "Hey, we're waiting for Gabby."
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, gentlemen. Seriously, thank you so much.
No, muchas gracias. And again, congratulations on your nomination. And when you do win, we're going to call you back and hopefully have you back on so you can show us that that Grammy Award and be flexing it. Yeah, there you go, just like that. And I'm telling you, we're gonna really call if you win, we're calling the governor and say, "Hey, Grabriella Martinez Day, have a parade and todo over here." We're getting ready for that.
I got a quick question.
I'm calling him right now.
Yeah, she says she's calling her right now. But we got another quick question
I got
for
one
Joey.
quick question.
Yeah.
How fast
Yes.
would she collab with Jennifer Peña?
Oh.
Oh, like that.
Like that.
Like that.
Snap. Yeah,
I would do
like
it
that.
so fast. I would do it so fast. I I love Jennifer.
Hmm.
I'm a Jennifer stan. Yep. 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 That's
Isn't
my
it
girl.
amazing? I mean, her coming back, deciding to come back, and then dropping two songs that are
Dude.
fucking killer, man. Like when I heard her two songs, I'm like, oh man, that's what we needed. We needed something like that.
Wakala.
Yeah, Wakala. I didn't even know what Wakala was, but just the way it starts, the way it beat goes, and didn't know what Wakala was, and I had to go look that up. So she taught me a word.
Good. She taught me. I didn't know what it was either, but I was jamming to it regardless. So
Yeah, and there was other people I told, hey, what is Wakala? And they knew what it meant. And I'm like, I don't know.
You know that's actually Chinese.
I guess
right?
we just didn't
Is it
know.
Chinese?
Yeah, it's like engineering, like
Yeah.
construction engineer, something like that.
Okay.
In Chinese. But when we say Wakalau, you know, the way it spells Chinese, but when we pronounce it, it means, you know, it's like
Whatever.
yucky or,
Yeah, okay, yeah.
you know, in bad taste and all that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know, that's what it means, but that's not how it's spelled.
That would be awesome to see you guys two collab or be on tour on the same bill and stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
Yes. Yes. One day we'll see.
Yeah. No, your career's still early, man. Still early. Well, Miss Grabriella Martinez, we thank you for coming on. We appreciate you so much. And again, representing Florida, Grammy nominated two-time. But again, disrespecting her name like that. Two-time Grammy nominated Grabriella Martinez. Te deseamos todo lo mejor. Anything else you want to tell all your fans right now?
Yes. Thank you guys so much for, of course, always believing in me and being on this journey with me. Thank you for streaming the music, coming to the shows, buying the merch, everything that you do to support me. I appreciate it so much. So much. I don't have the words for it. I'm very excited to continue to be on this journey with you all. And yeah, let's see where we go. Let's see where we go from here.
Thank you, Miss Grabriella Martinez. We appreciate it. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ándale. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard Miss Grabriella Martinez, two-time Grammy nominated, and man, she was awesome. Awesome voice, man. So, aventándose la capella así, and
yeah, people are commenting on here. They would say that her and Eli Da Reina would be.
Oh, that would be another one.
That'd be a good
to see together.
That'd be a good duet.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But even Elsa Garcia right now.
También.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say it bad, like an old timer with it, but I mean old time music artist.
Yeah,
with the new school artist. Yeah, you know.
Well, I guess it's legendary.
There you go.
Versus somebody's coming up.
Yeah.
So that's actually
legendary
good.
is the word I should have used. I'm sorry. Give me a foot out my mouth. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Old timers us.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We're old.
Yeah. Tú cabrón. No, man, that is awesome. Let me flop my thing.
We got anything to promote before we go? You got?
Yeah, comments. No.
What comments?
I want to do some saludos first.
Yeah,
first than anything. You know, saludos to some of the people on here: Jesse Villarreal, Pink Panther, Dustin. You know, Text Flow Radio. I want to say thank you to everybody who supports me. Exit 240. There's a lot of people on TikTok that share my stuff and like my stuff. I want to say thank you to them. We got some events coming up. November 1st. We're at Checo Velasquez and Conjunto Crew is at Dimensions.
Yeah.
People, you know, South Florida, Naples, Fort Myers. If you guys can make it, we appreciate it. También quiero dar un special gracias to everybody who came out to Bobby.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, you know, for Checo and them, it was a awesome event.
Like a dream come true,
bro. I can't tell you how great it looked, and to go back and look at the pictures and see all the people and see people standing in the front, like the people came out and they showed out. So we owe them big time. I think
we said it on the last show that when I saw it, I'm like, Checo looked like a star, man. And I saw a video where he was singing la canción de Palomo. That was an awesome song, by the way. I've always liked that song. What's that ranchera called? Jesus Christ. What's that Palomo song? And I know it. It's in the top of my tongue. Oh, jeez.
No, so that was, you know, the musicals, they got together and picked out that song selection. And you know me, I'm a Beto Quintanilla fan.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so they, you know, they picked out the song selection, so that it worked out great for them. Everybody who came out yesterday to Arcadia to see Huracan, Meli Belmares, Excelencia, los del H or something like that. They did an awesome job.
Yeah, I know those guys.
So everybody who came out to that event, also thank you. Just look forward, man. We're gonna start putting some events together. I'm trying to put events together, just local bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I'm not really reaching out to do bands from Texas.
Yeah,
I'm leaving that to the big heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Is to shout out to New Era Productions. You know, Mr. Joseph. I'll be honest, he sets the bar when it comes to events. He sets the bar so high that, you know, I feel like a lot of other people are catching up.
Yeah, but if he doesn't say bad boy on there, he doesn't invite me. You got something going on there. You know? No, he's a good guy, and I know him, and yeah, he's doing some killer things over there, and great combinations. Porque one thing that me and Adam we've done before, we've always said to each other, like playing promoter. Si tú traes un grupo, who would you bring? Who would you put together? We would always talk like who would you bring? You know,
Arturo Jaimes is another person that's involved in some of the Tejano artists that come to Florida. So you give them credit for bringing Tejano here and there, and eventually, witnessing events like Bayo Pulido, you know, that tells you that Tejanos are there. If you start seeing more of those, you know Tejano is strong in Florida. Yeah. And that's what we need.
No, and you can tell. So, like, the Bayo Pulido, I think it had 370-something shares. You know what I mean? Jennifer Peña, he just announced. I think what he does different is he announces 6-7 months in advance. So, like, even the Bayo Pulido, I think we had 5 months in advance to know that, you know, that we were going to play there. So, I think him announcing them so far in advance is definitely helping him. And like I say, he got a lot of people that share his stuff and help him move. So I think it just is from him doing the events that great.
Yeah,
you know?
Jennifer Peña and Loca Pasión.
Yeah. That's definitely going to be a killer lineup.
Yeah, that's going to be
for Tejano lovers. You know what I mean? I better see them all
and
there.
And the DJ
that's
Bad
good.
Boy, olvídate.
That's good.
I'm still trying to put myself on that.
Hey, here's what I was saying. This is to all the Tejano fans, all the Tejanos that live in Florida. If they're bringing you the music, you got to go.
Yeah.
You can't say you're diehard
and not going to support.
And not going to support.
Yeah.
They're telling you 5 months, 6 months in advance. If you really are at Tejano, or if you like that artist, and they only come to Florida once a year or every 2 years, that should be a big deal for you. And that gives you enough time to make the necessary arrangements.
And I think the Jennifer one's got to be big because even though I think released 4 albums, something like that before she stopped. I mean, to me, it seemed like a blink of an eye. She was there, and then one day she was gone, and then she was young, and she was popping, and people still grew up with her music, her Ben Amis, her Abrázame, Bésame, and we're young, and now she's back. You get to see her again, and that's something that hasn't happened in a long time. It's nostalgia.
Well, you know, for me, it's more about what I remember her. I remember how she was high energy.
Yeah.
Always, dancing to the music.
Yeah.
That high energy, when she came back. Granted, she's much older, but that energy is still
there. Yeah.
It hasn't
the
disappeared.
charisma and the movement. Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's like second nature to her.
Yeah. No, que no te gusta, tu wife lo va a oír. I never bought a Jennifer Peña CD.
I did.
But my wife played it all the time. I'm not going to say I didn't like it. I liked her. I like her music. I still like it. But it wasn't something that I went out of my way to buy. But it wasn't necessarily something I disliked. I never disliked it.
But after, I'm telling you, after Selena... If you remember, after Selena, Jennifer Peña became the image.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though Elliot was around, she was the image. Obviously, that put a lot of into it. But yeah, she became that image of okay.
She was going to be the next one up. Yeah.
Is she now going to do what Selena was capable of doing?
I wonder what happened there. I wonder why she took the hiatus. I heard that she had become religiosa or something like that. But again, I don't know. I don't know the aspects. No vivo con ella, so I don't know. But I heard that se había volvido religiosa or something like that and then stopped. And it's something nice.
How about we just send her an invite? And
just that's something I would want to know.
Have her here. And maybe she could tell us all that.
Yeah. speaking about buying the music, I remember one time there was a CD shop in Waimama. Donde antes estaba una lavandería, then they closed it, and then there was a CD shop. I can't even remember the gordito's name. I forgot. But he's like, hey, come play for my shop, and I'll give you some free CDs. And he had Jennifer Peña, Mariposa, and he had the Cumbia Kings, the first album. And I'm like, I don't know who these Cumbia Kings are. I didn't know nothing. And I took the Jennifer Peña and Mariposa album, and yeah,
I
of course,
remember we
later
used
I
to-
was like, damn, I should have had that Cumbia Kings album. That bitch was killer.
Man, I remember I used to be at the, I don't know, I mean, if you're local, you know, but the Cruz Mex.
Yeah,
You remember the
Cruz
Cruz
Mex,
Mex
yeah.
used to sell the CDs?
Yeah.
And I'd go in there and I remember I would order the CDs. If they didn't have it,
Yeah.
I would go in there, order them by the next week. Te traían
Yeah.
el CD.
Ahí donde trabajo, I work right next to her.
Oh, yeah.
I see her every day, and yeah.
Yeah, she tells me, I remember you used to come in here asking for all the Beto CDs.
Yeah.
Even before Beto was even big here.
Yeah.
I would go in there. So I had a guy from Reynosa came and he brought a bunch of Beto CDs.
I want to know something, man. Cuando murió Beto Quintanilla, that's what he's talking about, by the way. How long did you cry?
I'm going to tell you what, I knew I was going to miss his style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not, I'm not going to necessarily say I cried for him.
Yeah.
But did I feel bad? Yeah, because like, there's people that really love Chalino.
Yeah.
They really love him. He's an idol to them. And I get it.
Yeah.
For me, I think for people that are maybe from this side, northern, I think Beto Quintanilla was our Chalino Sanchez.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'll defend that to the end. Like I guess I go too far into music. I want to read the backstory and I want to know this corrido. I've went as far as to printing it out and saying, okay, is this corrido Beto Quintanilla true? Mm-hmm. Of course, the ones in Mexico you can't find out if they're true, but there's corridos that he sings from Texas, from Bronzeville, from Estrella County that I've actually printed out the paperwork to see if it's real.
Which is your favorite though?
My favorite Beto Quintanilla song?
Yeah.
Oh man, if I had to narrow it down, I'm gonna say Juan Guerrero has to take the.
Can you
the
sing
part.
that? Can you sing that one?
I don't know without no. Not
Acapella, man. Acapella.
Oh, he needs the music. Yeah.
It's not really the music. It's the words to the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking old revolution. You know,
Gotcha.
about a guy shooting another guy over a love that lost, and the family,
Yeah.
the family didn't want them to be together. They killed the girl, and he killed 4 of them. So it's just them old Western, you know.
I got you a Beto Quintanilla story that happened here. I don't know if you were with me.
Yep.
Oh God! So check this out, man. Our
What
radio
is it?
station, La Invasora, right?
Yep,
La Invasora was announcing their anniversary, and they're gonna have Intocable, and they're gonna have Beto Quintanilla live. The topper, free.
Yep.
So everybody llegaron temprano, free before 2 o'clock. It was free. So imagine everybody there at 8 o'clock, todos haciendo fila. And this was on Cass. This was an open street. Y todos ahí. And later I saw que, no, hombre, la gente estaba bien rojos because the sun was killer.
Yep.
Sale Beto Quintanilla. Beto Quintanilla does a killer, magnificent show. Intocable doesn't show up.
Yep. They didn't show up.
So Beto Quintanilla is singing, and then they say, "Hey Beto, let us take the mics real quick." And I don't know, but I'm gonna say what my thoughts are. These are my opinions. I don't know. I think Intocable didn't show because either they didn't pay him, or maybe it was true. But the excuse that they gave the people was Intocable's plane was on the fritz, so they decided not to let them board the plane and go. But I know it's bullshit because the voice I heard was a motherfucker who I knew. And they were saying, "Oh, this is one of the guys from Intocable." Like, bullshit, I know that voice anywhere. I'm like, I know that fucking guy. But something, I don't know what happened. Intocable was a no-show. They did not show. But the worst part is they said, "Okay, Beto Quintanilla, you can go back on." What happened? The people are pissed now because Intocable didn't show. They threw fucking bottles and beer. Chinga. A Beto Quintanilla, pobrecito, man. Y el que culpa tenía.
So
Like,
I only got to see him once.
yeah.
And it was in Ruskin
Yeah.
at the Coyotes.
Oh,
You remember
yeah.
que hacían
Yeah.
bailes en El Coyotes?
Yeah.
And he got there wasted. Beto Quintanilla
he came out
was wasted. His security guards actually had to hold him
Holy
through
shit.
both arms.
Lo treparon así como
Lo
un
traían
puppy.
agarrado en el stage. No creas que para subirlo.
Yeah.
Beto Quintanilla estaba así queriendo cantar, and they were holding him up by his arms.
Holy
The
shit.
2 security guards. And I think he sang 2 songs y se pelearon y lo sacaron. And by the time everybody ran outside, ya iba la ven quemando llanta con Beto
It was
Quintanilla.
probably a setup. They're like, hey,
2
go
songs.
start a fucking fight, man. Let's
He
get him
did,
out of here because
he
this
did,
shit's
he
crazy.
did 2 songs. And that was the only chance I got to see him. But
The only one I saw messed up like that, where they took a long time para subir, era Lalo Mora. We were at Bradenton.
Palladium, wasn't it?
I can't remember. I think
Was
maybe
it
it was
Yeah,
Palladium.
Palladium.
So, you know how, well, I don't know if you've seen Lalo Mora play, but Lalo Mora, la banda empieza a tocar and then they bring him up. So la banda está, tan, 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 you know, whatever. Y ahora con ustedes, Lalo Mora. Nobody gets on. And like, ahorita viene el más grande con ustedes. He's sitting at the bar, basically saying, fuck y'all. He's just drinking, man. He's drinking. Fuck that, man. He goes, ahora sí, el invasor mayor. Lalo. And that bitch is like, fuck that, man.
Are they calling my name?
No, he stayed there for at least 30 minutes and then he finally went up.
Damn,
Killed it, but I was like, I don't know what happened that day. Maybe they were mad at each other, but I was like,
I think he was drunk.
Yeah, I think he was tipsy, yeah. But he was just at the bar drinking, and then later he's like, all right, let's go do this.
He was singing and doing a remix, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like musicians, when they're entonados, feeling
Yeah.
good, I feel like they do their best.
Yeah.
I mean, not borrachos, not falling over drunk, pero 3-4 beers, un músico, el feeling,
Yeah.
el feeling que llevan por dentro.
I could say that.
Kind of flows.
I could say that DJing wise, man. Cuando llego sober,
You
I'm
want a
like,
bucket.
Fuck, I don't feel it.
want
Yeah,
a
I don't,
bucket.
yeah. As soon as I get 1 or 2 or 3 in me, I'm like, ahora sí, boom, vamos a darle.
Carlos bien contento, está gastando el cheque, le está pagando el DJ y aquí se lo está gastando.
I want to open up a tab. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me open a tab for you.
Oh, you DJ'd all night, you owe me $50.
Como los Blues Brothers que...
Sales pagando por trabajar.
The guy said that we usually get the beers free. Well, fuck that, you got to pay for it. Y'all owe me more than what you made.
No, está.
The Blues Brothers?
See, the Blues Brothers.
Hey,
You owe me more than what you made. That's crazy.
let me go get the check from the car.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, you want to talk about, because I think Terry mentioned this, the worth of musicians, the worth of DJs.
Mm-hmm.
And you can give us a perspective because you were a musician and
Yeah.
now you're a DJ,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously you're involved in the industry. The worth of musicians as a group, as individuals, you know, whether you're local, whether you come from out of state. How do you determine the worth of somebody?
I'm going to be honest. I think it's the travel time, or como I can understand somebody asking for $10,000. Number one, I think there are certain sections. Because if you want a Tejano band to come over here, ¿qué te cuesta de ir para acá, para Texas? You're looking at least $2,000-$3,000. You know, you're going to spend on gas money. You know, you got to get a ride, and sometimes you got to rent one.
That's not to me. To me, that's a requirement in order to come here. But that's not. I don't consider that to be the worth. I consider to be the worth is really who comes to see you, right? How do people come see you?
Bueno, and that's another thing, because, and I'm not going to say his name, but all right, we'll put Conjunto Oro. We know Conjunto Oro, right now they're kicking ass, man. They got a brand new album out, they're kicking ass, and they're doing good. And then someone hires him here, and I've seen it, where they hire him to go play in un salon, but don't promote shit. And then that guy expects them to show up just on their name alone. It ain't gonna happen. No one's gonna show if nobody knows they're gonna be there. You gotta promote it. It's happened to me where they're like, oh, dude, I thought you were Juan Jose. Yeah, but who the fuck did you tell was gonna be here? You didn't tell nobody. Shit, I didn't even know I was gonna be here. You know what I mean? And I'm here. You know, where there's been times, y esto pasó en Palladium. This happened with Big Circo. I showed up. I'm the DJ of the club. Showed up, and Big Circo's there, and I didn't even know they were gonna be there. So if I didn't know, who else didn't know? And I'm the guy there. So I think there's got to be some promotion in order for people to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean that's that's one face of filling up venues. Yes, you got to get the word out. But even if you get the word out, if people don't show up, that tells you a lot about your worth.
I'm gonna tell you. You ever seen the movie Janky Promoters? You ever see the movie Janky Promoters? He goes, "Wow, you're Yo Jeezy. I thought you big time platinum artist." He goes, "I'm sorry, you a sorry ass promoter."
I think Joey understands this.
So I think that there's a lot of aspects to it. I think that there's different aspects. I think you're exactly right. But I think there's promoters who do everything right, and it's still a bust. Who do you blame at that point? Who is to say who's the one that's supposed to lose?
All right. Well, let's say that. Okay. Good way of seeing it, and I'm going to see it both sides, because both sides is double-sided knife, it's double-sided sword. Yes, tú hiciste todo, y yo he visto, even like you guys, promote the heck out of something, y it truena, it just doesn't work out. Pero el grupo llegó, he did what he said he was going to do, he promised, and I get that. Where I brought a band, it cost me a lot of money, and it wasn't good, but I couldn't blame them, because they did what they said they were going to do.
Well, that's contracting, because if you
Yeah.
promise somebody X dollars, then your word, the word itself or the contract itself is what's binding. Okay, so that binds you.
But do you
to
blame
a
the band?
price. I guess the question would be is like, you have a group here that charges, I don't know, subjective. I'll make up a number. You got a group that charges 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
You got a group that charges 5,000. You have a group that charges 10,000. You have a group that charges 20,000. Okay. What's the difference?
Maybe hits how they're going right now. No, I'm just.
I can't. Honestly, there is no formula. There is no like magic formula.
Right.
I think it's more about right now. If you do a snapshot, in other words, you do a snapshot of the present moment, right? And somebody tells you, "Hey, we're worth $5,000." Or I was worth $5,000 in 1980, right? In today's dollars, what does that mean?
Yeah. So you're putting inflation.
Okay, so now you're worth $20,000. Okay, well, in 1980, $5,000 was a lot of money. Today, $20,000 is still a lot of money. Ticket prices were different in the 80s. Ticket prices are different now, but do you have the same amount of energy from fans, and then you have the hits?
Yeah.
In today's, remember, it's a snapshot right now. If you're basing your worth on 1980, say, well, because in 1980 I was worth $5,000, you should pay me $20,000 now. I beg that there's a difference there. That no, just because inflation went up, that doesn't mean your value went up. Because if you're just doing the same hits, you're playing the same hits that you got in 1980, you worth stay in 1980.
Pero again, if we're talking about a Tejano band, again,
it don't have to be Tejano.
Okay.
It could be any industry.
Because I could see a Tejano band coming from Texas over here charging a lot. Because one, they have to leave their jobs. They don't. There's a lot of Tejano bands that still got regular jobs. I think Jenny B showed a video where she does flooring and construction, and even though she's on stage, she's out there doing some flooring. So para dejar eso and make it worth it, she probably don't got a job when she comes back. You got to charge a little bit.
I still think it has to do with the door. It's how many can you bring in the door? I'm saying it's like if I'm the promoter and I do everything that I'm supposed to be doing, this, and everybody got the word out in the state of Florida, right? And nobody showed up. Your worth ain't nothing now.
Oh wow!
In Florida. Now, could you fill a spot in Texas or in Ohio or in Michigan? Maybe. Okay,
that's a good question.
But also a factor that you have to consider is there are some clubs that whoever shows up, it doesn't matter. They don't have to have hits. That club is going to get full because that became the routine for all those individuals, and they go there constantly, and they're there. That is their like their
and that's
place
the club
of
doing
duty.
a good job making people comfortable.
That is exactly. So going back to Terrie's initial conversation, does money matter? Yes, it matters, right? But the club's not going to give you the money just because you think you're worth that much. I think the promoter and the club determine really what your worth is. Because to me, I think if you're worth, let's say for instance, let's say you're worth $10,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you ask, let's say you only generate $5,000 when you come here. As a promoter, I took a loss, right? But if I know I can build, okay, the fan base, because hey, there was some interest here, right? Even though you didn't, the door didn't cover you, right? I know that I can count for you for at least X customers that came to see you. I know that. So at least I have a baseline where I can start. At that point is where I can start saying what your worth is. But for the first time to say you're worth this much, there's no way I can tell you. One is I can't agree with you because I haven't seen it or disagree with you, right? And then two, you got to prove to me the first time. So, I mean, there's groups that they'll tell you we charge $50,000.
Well, so
Joey's a promoter.
On that,
yeah,
I'm
what do you
gonna
think? Yeah,
I'm gonna disagree.
Yeah, I want to know your thoughts
I'm gonna
on this.
disagree with my cuñado.
Yeah.
I think that-
and here's the two different aspects. Well, number one, you see it from an aspect of a club owner that wants to bring a band, and now we're going to see it from an aspect of a promoter, DJ, a promoter, manager, people that works with musicians. I want to know this. Go ahead.
So, I don't think I have the knowledge to give an opinion of what a band should charge, could charge, would charge, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to use Bajo Cero as an example.
Yeah.
I think Fabian hit the 20-year mark this year. I think I seen him posted that Bajo Cero has been together for 20 years.
Yeah.
If you've never had a band, there's no way for your head for it to fit the amount of work it has cost this man for 20 years. I'm talking about Fabian. There's no amount of work. Is it just him? No, es el grupo. Pero he's the owner of the grupo. He's the one who has built the brand.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what Fabian has been through or hasn't been through to tell you, ese vato, su grupo vale $2,000.
Yeah.
O ese su grupo vale $4,000. I don't feel like people from the outside are qualified to give that. Okay, I get it that we all try. As a promoter's a businessman, and a promoter, if he's a good businessman, he looks out for himself. And that's just a good promoter. Say it what it is. I'm not going to beat around the bush. La neta, yo no vengo aquí para estar en este podcast para no decir nombres y para decir esto. I'm straight up. Everybody knows Frank Contreras.
Yeah.
That's my homeboy. Yo y él estamos al 100. Mucha gente dice, no vamos a tratar con él porque un evento no pegó y él no nos dio lo que es.
Yeah.
Ok. Yo he hablado con Frank sobre este case. Y por un lado, sí está mal. Sí está mal que yo te diga, te voy a pagar $5,000 y que tú vengas y toques y que yo no te dé los $5,000.
Yeah.
I feel like that's wrong. Pero también no creo que si viene un grupo y le cobra $5,000 a mi cuñado y gente no llega, no creo que ese grupo puede esperar que mi cuñado pierda $5,000 nomás así. ¿No?
Yeah.
So, Frank, hay un evento, no funciona ese evento, porque tiene muchos que sí le funcionan. You know what I mean? We can't deny that. He has a lot of events that do good for him. But if at the end of the night, an event doesn't go good and he goes and talks to the grupo and they agree to take less money and he gives them what they agree to, that doesn't make him a bad promoter. That makes him a smart-ass businessman.
Yeah.
It makes him a smart-ass businessman. Do people like it? Do músicos like it? Are other people fans of his? Because he's a good businessman? Not always.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's a good businessman, that he's not embarrassed to go tell you, hey, ¿sabes qué? La neta te quedé de dar $5,000, pero no llegó mucha gente. You know, vamos a arreglar este pedo. You know, what do you think is fair? What do I think is fair? Okay, it's less money. The band is never going to leave happy. I promise you. If they came for $5,000 and they leave with $3,000, they're never going to be happy. But $3,000 is better than leaving with nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't necessarily consider him a bad businessman. I consider him a smart businessman. And he knows how to do it. And to be honest, groups are used to that. Maybe not the ones around here.
I've seen it.
Pero grupos from around, they deal with bad promoters. They deal with people that are not that honest. So I think for Frank to make a deal with them is not a bad thing. I think it's a smart businessman. He's a smart businessman doing it the way I think a lot of people do it.
And believe it or not, the way that you're explaining it now, I get that part now. The way that you just explained it, because I have seen what has happened behind the scenes with Frank, and I'm like, damn, that was pretty shitty. But again, I'm in a place now where I'm like, I'm not in that man's shoes. I don't know what he's losing and what he's risking money-wise, and yeah.
Aparte, as a promoter, people ask you for a lot of crap.
Yeah.
So I get him that some people don't. And I think that he's not the only one. There's a lot of promoters. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm like I say, I'm not here to lie. I'm gonna call it how it is. Casa Promotions called us a couple weeks ago about some gigs that we were doing, and they offered us some gigs to do. I'm not gonna say what band or nothing, but they offered me some gigs. Hey, we got these events. Will you come do them? Okay. Hey, un gig vas a dobletear, and we're gonna pay you. I don't want to say the amount. Well, I'm gonna say the amount because we're here. So the dude offered us $800 a gig, but he'll give us 2 gigs on the same night.
Gotcha.
They ended up canceling one of the gigs and wanted us to go to Fort Lauderdale for $800.
Gotcha.
I'm not doing that to my guys. We're not going to Fort Lauderdale for $800. I called the promoter and told him, look, man, I think that's unfair and no nos conviene. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And his answer to that was, hasta aquí llegó nuestro trabajo en el futuro.
Yeah.
Bien ofendido el vato. Yeah. Se cancela, no te voy a dar ni otro gig. Okay. But I think some of them are not reasonable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he was just in a bind? Do I really hold it personal that he didn't like me, or do I don't like him, or I wish things bad? No, I don't. I just think he was in a jam. He needed a grupo.
And I think later, a mejor se regla.
Well, there's a lot of happy hour willies, and you want to be a happy hour willie, then you can go play for $800, and you know what I mean? You won't leave that. But if you want to be a professional band and you want to put yourself, I think you do charge what you think you're worth. And like I say, nobody knows your struggle, so I don't think anybody can opinionate what somebody else is worth. Nobody knows what I did to build Exit 240. Nobody knows what you've been through to build Lola's. Nobody knows what you've been through to be Juan Jose DJ. Yeah. You know what I mean? We've all have had our little hiccups, and we all feel like we've battled the battle to get to where we are. So I don't think one group affects what the other groups are charged. I really don't. Yeah. I think si Jesse Villarreal cobra 2,000 y otro grupo cobra 4,000, Jesse's price and that price, they don't have nothing to do with each other.
Right.
You put on your best show and you come with what you got, and people will pay what you are giving them. It's supply and demand. So if your supply is something that people need and it's a good product, then people are willing.
Yeah, because when I DJ, I'll say it like this: when I'm DJing, and they're like, "Hey, dude," and I'll tell you a good price that I charge locally. It's $1,000 just to go locally. And they're like, oh, well, this other DJ trae this. I don't. The equipment is free. Me, costs $1,000. Just me, not my equipment. I'll bring my equipment for free. Me, myself, it's $1,000. And I bring you this, you know what I mean? But they know I'm going to rock the place, you know what I mean?
So let me ask you a follow-up question. So, and you're, but I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you. I think you guys are right, and you guys good points. But for you, okay, so you said at $1,000. Mm-hmm. Has there ever been a time or moment where you say, you know what, I'll take 800?
Yeah, there has.
500.
Yeah, there has.
So in other words, you tried to get the $1,000 because that's what you think you're worth.
Yeah.
But you are one that are willing to, you know what, I'll go down in price, right?
Yeah.
And I'll still put on the same show.
I'm going to say no on that one because it's $1,000. Llevo lo que voy a llevar. But when they say, hey, it's 600,
no,
okay, I'm not taking this.
No. I'm taking this. I got that you might.
I know I'm leaving that.
No. And you know what? That's okay.
But yeah. There has been shows where even for close friends or something like that, I'm like, you know what? It's normally this or whatever. But yeah, I'll go down for that. Or I'm not busy. I ain't letting go of that money. Let's go for this. Like on a Friday and Sunday, I ain't busy. I'll go down. Let's go. Fuck it. I ain't gonna say no to money.
Situation dictates whether you stick with your 1,000.
Yeah, Saturdays it's always.
And by the way, that 1,000 he just made it up because he's done it for free for me anyway. So, so that's 100% correct. So sometimes like who you know helps sometimes, right?
No, pues mira, como aquí, I'm not gonna lie, you guys have treated me like family. Why wouldn't I? If he would have told me, Juan, can you come? Of course, Joey, the guy who has been on my show, no me ha cobrado, who's helped me out. Why the fuck wouldn't I? You know what I mean? Like, of course I would, definitely.
So I got another question.
Yeah.
You know that I run.
Terry's gonna say something.
Yeah. I say finally we're interesting enough that she stuck around.
Yeah.
She ain't turned the lights off yet.
Yeah.
I turned on the podcast and I saw something, and I just wanted to come in and interject because I was gonna mention this piece earlier, and that is that as a promoter and as a club owner, we're never gonna have the same goals. Never.
No.
Because the promoter has to make his money, and as a club owner, I have to make my money.
Yeah.
And those two things sometimes clash.
I agree.
Right? And so the best way of being able to do business and continue business is with open dialogue. Hey, listen, and being upfront with people. Hey, listen, I'm gonna agree to the 5,000. However, if no one shows up,
Oh yeah.
you know, we need to come to an amount where it's okay that you're going to take this amount, or, which is something what Lola's has done, I can't pay you tonight because tonight we didn't make the money, but we will get that money to you eventually. And sometimes it's taken us a little bit, but we get people paid because we agreed to that amount,
Yeah, Gary,
even though
your word.
people didn't come in.
And I think at the end of the day, people will respect you and come to you. I mean, I think that's one of the main reasons that Joseph has the what he has. We've been to events on the, you know, él nos mandó, hey, my buddy's having an event. Can you go and play there? And this is a personal experience. Nosotros fuimos y tocamos en ese evento. Esas personas no nos pagaron. And Joseph we called Joseph, hey man, we're having trouble getting a hold of these people, no nos han pagado. Y Joseph, ahorita voy a mandar dinero. So at the end of the day, people are going to respect you more for doing that. But I also think that if you guys told, like I say, if no hay nadie and that y'all come to an agreement, we're going to take this much, then I think that's respectable. That's not doing somebody dirty.
Yeah,
that's a mutual deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think
Yeah,
that's...
hay grupos que hacen guarantees. We're like, hey, just give us this guarantee, and if it doesn't work, we'll just take that. But if it does, goes over.
Yeah, but the guarantee should obviously factor in their travel, their lodging, and obviously their meals here, because they're leaving their house or wherever they come from. But there's got to be. But there's got to be. But there's also a price. There's also a price. Okay, that's standard. Okay, you're in Dallas, Texas. Okay, or you live in Dallas, Texas. Okay, you go to perform at a local club. Don't be asking for lodging. Don't be asking for a deposit. Mm-hmm. All right. In Dallas. Okay, you also ask for a performance fee. Right. When you come to Florida, and this is across everybody, the performance fee in Texas, okay, should be either the same, okay, or less than Florida. Why? Because Florida has what? A higher standard of living. So I understand that somebody in Texas is going to charge less on just a performance fee. And they're going to charge more over here. Why? Because it's just a higher standard of living. And obviously we charge more here at the door than in Texas.
Well,
Texas is free.
Sometimes they don't charge. So I understand that somebody, but don't double your performance fee that you charge in Texas when you come to Florida, because it's not going to work, and you're not going to come. You're not going to come. You're not going to come to Florida unless a promoter wants to bring you for that grand price.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and say what you said to me before, brother.
Well,
why do people come here? Because they know what? They know Lola's is going to pay either way.
Yeah, I mean I've told her that. As long as you pay them, they'll never talk bad about you, and they'll never stop coming. They'll come as long as you pay. To be honest, when I go to Texas, I mean I go 3-4 times a year, and they actually want to come to Florida. Why? Because it's in their interest. They post everything. If you haven't noticed, an artist posts everything. Yeah. So if he posts, I'm in Florida, you know, people are like, oh, he's gigging in Florida. If he posts, he's gigging over there. If he goes to Georgia, I'm posting in Georgia. So for their look, media look, it looks great for them to be in Florida. So for some of them to act like it's not in their benefit to come, it's not right.
So,
I mean,
they're no longer local.
Hey, so those are the intangibles. In other words, those are like or basically what you're doing is you're becoming more of a national musician versus being a local musician. Same thing with here in Florida. If you get a Texas group that goes to Texas or other states, now you're becoming a national.
No, and I think that Texas doesn't understand that aspect of it. They ain't no promoters from Texas calling us to go perform over there. What band from Florida is going to Texas to perform? Yeah. They only invite us to fanfare and it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
or you have to pay.
You know what I mean? So they can talk, they can say something about Florida, but at the end of the day, Florida's supporting them. Florida's bringing them. Florida is promoting them. And I don't want to say that I know everything because I don't. Yeah. But I don't feel like the same support for Tejano. We're talking Tejano right now. Yeah. The same support for Tejano people from Florida is not the same support that they're getting in Texas.
Yeah.
You're talking about here.
I'm talking about the way we support Tejano from Texas here is not the way that they're backing us up over there.
Yeah, so if you actually want to do it like Texas, bitch, don't act like you never play for free over there. Don't act like you ain't never played for free over there. All them bodies are free, bitch.
So, hey, the other point to this, the worth of we're talking about groups. Yeah. Right. Let's talk about individuals. Okay. I'll be front drummer. Mm-hmm. Okay. Price wise, worth. What is the worth of this drummer that's in a group that's established? The drummer over here, he's established. Are they worth the same to you?
I don't know. But
are they worth the same?
I know nothing about drumming.
Anybody can catch up to anybody. It's just a matter of practice.
So they're worth the same.
And it's
if you're talking levels of musician, anybody can catch up to anybody as long as they practice. I've seen musicians que no saben mucho y en 2 años lo miras y andan bien mamalones.
Because I like Aaron Holler and I like Joey Jams, but Joey Jams doesn't like Aaron Holler. So I'm like, what the heck?
No. I mean, both of those guys are talented.
So the worth of individual, you start distinguishing worth of individuals. Because you tell somebody, hey, Aaron Holler is going to be here, and he's going to be helping out Grupo La Decisión. Joey, I'm trying to promote your event. La Decisión. Okay, now that's a bigger deal than just ex-drummer, right?
Yeah.
Now you start distinguishing the worth of the individuals. Really, what can they bring to the table now? Mm-hmm. I've been part of a Grammy-winning group. We won all these awards. I have this much years of experience. Now you start distinguishing the worth of individuals, and you say, you know what, your edge goes over a little bit more than another individual. Now you start distinguishing the worth of somebody. Mm-hmm. But am I just going to hire you to play the same playlist? Your skill set is good enough to play the playlist. You're going to get paid the same. I'm not going. Why would I pay somebody else?
It's good. The skill is not what makes the drummer. You know what I mean? Or the musician. The skill is not what makes the. It can be. I've seen the baddest of the baddest on drums, on accordion, on bajo, on everything, but nobody wants them in their band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can be the baddest drummer there is, but if nobody wants you, your talent is wasted.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And
there goes your worth.
Otra cosa. Conozco músicos que están mamalones y saben miles de tonos, mamalones, best of the best, y se avientan un pinche guitarrazo, y se avientan unas pinches tamboras mamalonas, se avienta todo, y viene un músico, o viene alguien que canta pero no sabe nada de música, y hace más que ellos.
Yeah.
Entonces, you can have the book, and you can be the Albert Einstein of fucking music, but if nobody likes you, if your personality sucks, if your ethics sucks, if you don't want to come to practice, if you want to show up late, si nomás anda el grupo batallando contigo, you ain't worth $5.
If you have more arrogance than you do skill.
No, it just, there's personalities, and if your personality don't mix with that grupo, you're worth nothing with this grupo. Yeah. And there's people who can be with this grupo y no se oyen bien, pero se juntan con otro grupo mamalón, and they're at this level.
So here's what I see the difference. There is artists and there is professional artists. That is how I know there's the word. A professional artist, you don't have to like watch out. You don't have to worry about anything wrong is going to happen because they're going to perform and you wouldn't even notice.
Yeah. You want to know how to spot an artist? They don't have to tell you they're an artist. If they show up to the gig and they have it, If they
true.
show up to the, I'm gonna be honest, Juan Jose from Bajo Cero, he shows up somewhere, you know he's the effing artist.
Yeah.
Why? Because he has the look, he has the presentation,
Yeah.
and
Then he can sing.
singing just adds to that. So our artist don't have to say he's an artist. He should dress like an artist. He should look like an artist.
Yeah.
He should be an artist.
Compose.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the artist is not how good he plays or how no.
Skill alone.
An artist is how he moves, how he's doing his thing. Y no se lleva feria.
Yeah.
No tiene nada que ver con feria.
Yeah.
Tiene que ver con talento, personalidad y your presentation.
No, y ha habido grupos where I've seen them where I'm like, mira, por decir, I'm not even going to say the name of the band, but there was think about the most professional band that you've seen, grande, chingón, and I'm like, mira, músico no te quito nada, pero carácter no vales madre, güey.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that right now. You know,
There's
like,
lots of
músico,
those.
eres un
Lots of
pinche
those.
músico talentoso, güey, pero carácter, you ain't worth it.
I've seen a podcast right now. They were talking about the chona. The chona got three tonos. La chona.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Y con esos pinches 3 tonos se están comiendo a todos because
Yeah.
that song is everywhere. They play
Yeah,
it.
it is.
So
Fucking Japan. I saw a video from Japan. They were
Hey,
playing La Chona.
I've seen some gringos paying la chona.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I feel like, you know, nobody should be able to say what somebody else is worth.
Suavecito.
I think you are the
Despacito,
determinant.
despacito. Yeah.
You're the determinant factor of what you're worth. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody else. You should give anybody else the satisfaction of saying, I think that you're worth. You know, you're not worth 4,000. Oh, and I'm like I say, in the promoter game is this. Like this is. Some people don't justify paying a local group 4,000 when they can get, let's say, Garcia Brothers for 4,000. Just for instance. But if the local band feels like they're worth 4,000 and they're charging 4,000 and they're getting 4,000, more power to them. We ain't got no reason to be hating on that.
No, and I agree with you that anybody that's in the industry should ask for high prices. I'm okay with that, but you also have to be grounded to know the fact that you're not going to hit.
Yeah.
And if you can't have people come see you, that you're not going to get 4,000.
So I think that's where it comes. I don't think we have to have a conversation. Este músico vale esto, no vale esto. I think the people do that for us when they don't show up or
Sure.
when they do show up.
Sure.
Now,
You
I've
know-
heard this from a band. It was a saying that I'm like, yeah, that's a good saying. I never saw it that way. There was a band que decía, cuando hay menos gente, tú me quieres pagar esto. Pero cuando hay más, me pagas igual.
Same way. It goes the same way.
Like, what the fuck?
But you also have bonuses too as well, because in an agreement from any promoter, it's like, listen, this is the guarantee or the minimum guarantee. If there's not enough at the door, then you should be understandable that you're not gonna get all of it. Your minimum guarantee. However, though, there should be an agreement too as well, because remember,
Sí, más, yeah.
remember it's a business to business transaction. If there's more people, okay, and and there is money after all the expenses, I'll give you a bonus, because if I know that you can bring all those fans, okay, next time, okay, I might give you more. Or maybe this time I could give you more. Next time I'll give you more.
Remember when Solido played in Sarasota?
Yeah.
That Jesse Turner
Yeah, I
wanted
know.
more money?
Yeah.
He said, man, if I don't get more money, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Remember it was on a Sunday? With Rafa, right?
Rafa, yeah.
Yeah.
Rafa was another guy who was like another Frank.
Yep. Yep.
No,
This
like,
guy
like,
is, yeah.
like I say, I don't necessarily think that Frank is wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
No, and I get it.
necessarily.
Not saying he is, yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying. You know what I mean? I'm not. If anything, know that I'm talking good about Frank,
Yeah.
not bad about Frank. I think that he's a good businessman, and I think tiene los huevos que otros promoters no tienen. Ese güey sí se la rifa. Ese güey sí trae gente que otra gente no se le iban. Hey, will you bring? I won't bring him. ¿Qué tal si no pega? Frank ain't scared.
Yeah.
So
He's a risk taker.
If anything, he's a risk taker, and le ha funcionado.
No
I would be nervous
He been
about
doing
that
it-
shit.
He
I
been
would be
doing
nervous about that.
he
No
been
comment.
doing 20. He been doing it for 20 years. Nobody
Chingado.
don't last in this business 20 years.
I have brought a few bands in. There's one or two que no se hizo, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still gonna pay you, man. Fuck it. Where I had to go to the bank and be like, damn.
Well,
I thought you were
man,
gonna,
you listen. You should be able to.
but I promised you, man. And
You should be able to at least cover their expenses, right?
Yep.
And then give them a performance
Yeah.
fee.
Pero para decirle, I ain't giving you shit.
But to say I'm not gonna pay you, then that's
Yeah, and
that's
like I
not
say, I don't
that's not
think
good business.
And
Well, when he says that, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be honest. Tú estás hablando chile, hola chile, right?
So we're gonna say KIR, keeping it real, right?
Well, I'm keeping it real. I'm KIR. I'm gonna keep this shit real. I know someone who would have to say something about Frank. They're called the hometown boys, and they're looking for him.
yeah. So this is what I could tell you. What I could tell you que a mí yo hice un negocio con él cuando yo abrí Exit 240 y ese negocio con él me cumplió al 100. So I try to judge people off what they do to me, and I don't care if they can say, oh, he ripped off 100 people. A mí vale madre, he never ripped me off.
No, it's about
so
your
yo no
experience.
tengo por qué hablar mal de él.
Igual,
ni por qué decir.
and I think I talked to him one time about this, where I had a little indifference con él one time. Pero I let it go, and I don't never hold a grudge, and he probably don't even remember. I seen him just a couple of times. Vino, me saludó todo. I wished him happy birthday on his birthday, and I don't hold no grudge.
No,
You
a mí
never
me
wish
trata como,
anybody
a mí me
bad.
trata como familia, and you know, I don't know how.
Can he cook?
I don't know how everything ended.
He's big.
You know,
Of
I don't
course
know
he
how
can cook.
everything
You see
ended
his
with
stomach?
Lola's, but I know that at the
Just
beginning,
Frank.
he
Frank,
was,
if you're watching, can you cook?
I think he can.
you know,
Mayrito, la carne
cuando
asada.
cuando empezó todo, you know, he started. They were doing stuff together here at Lola's,
Yeah.
y él habló conmigo, hey, you know, esto que piensa, and I told him, hey man, do what you can, and si les puedes ayudar, ayúdales, y like I said, yo no sé cómo acabaron because I wasn't part of the money or how the things were working. I know they decided to go their own ways, but yo siempre voy a hablar de ti o de él con mi experiencia con ellos.
Yeah.
A mí me vale, y me pueden venir 1000 gente a decirme, Frank dijo que no valías de esto y que de esto que el otro. A mí no me importa. Mientras yo, cuando mira a Frank, me saluda, yo todo el 100 con él. Y te voy a decir la neta. Ahorita we're mentioning Frank because es el más conocido de nosotros.
Yeah.
But to be honest, there's
More.
worse promoters.
Yeah, it's
There's
more,
worse club owners. There's
Yeah.
worse promoters. Hay gente que en verdad
And we're
son
just using him
sinvergüenzas.
as an
We're using him
example.
as
We're
an
not
example.
bringing him down. We're not
and
talking
like I say,
bad about
we
him.
were talking about businessman, and
Yeah.
to me, you know, in the promotional business,
Yeah.
he's a good businessman in the promotion. Y como te digo, he does a lot of risky business with the grupos. He'll bring grupos that most people won't bring because we don't know. I know I wouldn't.
Yeah.
If I wasn't for sure my money, I ain't too good at losing. I don't go to.
Yeah,
Le
come on.
meto $20 al
There's been
casino y si
times
los
where he
pierdo, I
tells
don't
me,
know
hey,
how.
what do you
So-
think about this guy? And I'm like, shit, I don't know, man. Like, if you're talking my pockets, I'll be like, fuck no, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
no,
can't,
and I think a lot of us feel like
Yeah.
that. Pero a lot of those events, to be honest, de él, le han pegado.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of them. I mean, and I'm not going to tell you, I've been to some bus that weren't that great, but to be honest, ese vato sí hace feria. La neta sí hace.
Now, okay, we're talking bus. Tronó un baile. Trajo, I don't know,
One.
whoever. Y tronó. Why is it que tronó? The people just didn't like the band. It wasn't the right timing.
So-
Is it crab fishing? The crab moved
So
on?
let's break it down.
Yeah, break it
Let's
down.
break this crap down.
I want to know. Are we
All right.
are we using
it's,
the wrong
it's
bait?
midnight, so if you're still awake watching
Holy
us,
shit, is it,
you're
bro?
gonna
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
You're
Go
gonna
ahead.
get
Go ahead.
you're gonna get the scoop.
Yeah.
So
And Terrie didn't turn off the lights. Holy fuck.
Hey, if you're a promoter
let's-
out there, write this down because this is like the magic
yeah,
formula.
I'm gonna give you
The blueprint.
The blueprint.
on tactic. These are tactics to make money as a promoter. Do I use them? No, because I really when I seen them, I did.
I'm gonna give you what I don't use.
They're not. No, they're just. It's not good business. It's not the right thing to do.
Okay.
But I get it. So, on a moral status, it's not right. But
It works.
if I got my rent due, it's
Yeah,
a good fucking
okay,
plan. Put it like
gotcha.
that. Let's put it like that. If
Yeah.
my rent's due,
Okay.
this is a good damn plan.
All right.
So let's say a mí me tocaba.
Yeah.
Traían, vamos a decir, just shits and giggles, traían a los cadetes, right?
Right.
Y los cadetes yo les ponía sound. I would do the back line for them.
Right.
Y llegaba un pinche evento y habían 20 gentes. Y what would happen? The promoter would tell the cadetes, pues no llegó nadie. And to be honest, those 20 people, we ended up paying promotion and this. Y puro pedo, no pagaron nada. But they'll say we made a $10 flyer and we did this y pues no hay feria.
Yeah.
Y pues los cadetes miran 20 gentes, pues we understand que no hay nadie, no hay pedo, let's try the next one.
Yeah.
Y si iban a otro, y había 20 gentes en ese, chingado, no hay nadie.
Yeah.
Pero como que era, tóquenles allí una hora y pues let's see the next one. Y la gente, el grupo jalaba. They would work, they would, they would make the event come through. They would do 3 events in one night. boom, and all 3 be bust. And the next month, the dude will bring them back. And I'll be like, hey, estos güeyes last month vinieron y no hicieron ni un pinche peso y están para atrás. You know, what is the deal for the promoter? Like, que mira, okay, rewind the story that I just told. Llegaron, en el primer lugar había 20 gentes.
Right.
En el segundo lugar había 20 gentes.
Right.
En el tercer lugar había 20 gentes. Si para los cadetes estaban cobrando $40, 40 times 60, how much did the promoter make for not paying the grupo? How much did he make?
Holy shit.
2,400.
Is that not a good weekend for a promoter?
Yeah. Not for the cadetes, though.
Not for the cadetes,
Wow.
but for the promoter. Nobody showed up. It's a bust event. So he don't got to pay nothing.
Yeah, but he's got to go to the cave though, and make sure nobody knows he went to the cave.
That's all. He's gonna go in there, get his $40 for the 20
shit,
hits,
damn.
which is $800, and he goes to 3 clubs and collects $800.
Teaching them how to be Yankee promoters.
Well,
Goddamn.
is that a bad?
No, it's not a bad night for him.
He's a good businessman.
But who paid for the sound though?
The what?
Who does the sound for him though?
Like I said, we all got screwed. What part of the story didn't you get? What part of the story didn't you get? No, so morally it's not.
Silent promoter, hey.
Morally, it's not a good
Sorry,
thing.
you guys, you know.
But if we're talking business and money in the bank,
Eating my
that
steak
he
over
ran
here.
all the way to the bank with 2,400 on 3 crappy events. 2,400 is what I don't even make that in a week working my regular job. So you know what I mean, for him, he made more than I made working hard, and he worked one night.
So the group used those 3 events for like practice.
Shit.
No, but he you know.
I'm going to take me some
They're
bands on
smooth-
tour then.
They're smooth talkers. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah,
Dicen al
yeah.
grupo, hey, next time we'll make it up, you know, and they'll come back the next month. Bien
Yeah.
felices. Why? Because they're posting that they're in Florida. A ellos les conviene. Mira, compadre, van para atrás a Monterrey. No, hombre, anduve todo Florida, anduve Chicago, anduve Nueva York. You know what I mean? That's
Se puso chingón, bien chingón.
That's how you go national, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
No, llegan a Monterrey.
Fake it
Ahora
till you make
cobramos $1,000 más, $1,000
Yeah,
más,
yeah.
porque ya somos international.
Sí, ¿verdad? There you go.
Hey, pues-
Monterrey's going to pull out that money.
No,
Yeah.
I mean
It's-
that's exposure.
Yeah.
It's all a hustle, man. It's all a hustle. And like I say, it just depends how you're looking at it. If you're looking, if you're looking at business wise, I don't think that they're that
The
bad
next
at
band I
business.
want to bring is Los Cadetes Illinois here.
No. So, hey. So tell me, is you know
You
what I mean?
can play here 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
No, but I mean, you see what I'm getting at.
I see it. Yeah,
You-
definitely.
You see now.
Yeah.
So if you're making
I
24,
never even thought about it that way. It's-
no, me
yeah.
neither till I saw it with my own
Yeah,
eyes.
goddamn,
I was like,
yeah.
este way. And then I said, because like I say, I own a business. I follow the money.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to see where the money's leaking at, where they spending money. You know what I mean? How much did they spend on this equipment? Like I don't know why, but that's how I am.
Yeah.
So I look at it, and like I say, I was like, yeah, man, 20 gentes pagando 40 bolas son 800. We've been to 3 lugares. Hey, son 2,400. Este güey se llevó más que un cabrón jalando.
Yeah. That is a crazy way of looking at it. Well, the dog is like, dude, it's past my bedtime.
Hey, nobody use those secrets.
No, nobody
Don't be
uses
doing my
those.
bands
Hey,
like that.
make sure you cut this off the
Yeah, we're gonna
podcast.
cut
be
this
doing my
off,
boys
man.
like
We
that.
gotta. I think Facebook's gonna cut us off for some malicious tactics.
Hey,
here.
wait. Let's talk about next week.
Yeah, next week. What do we got going on next week? You got any bands next week? Or
Here we got.
I'm gonna estar checándola. We
So
should have
we
done it at the beginning of the show.
Actually, Lola's has Latin nights tomorrow.
What's that? Salsa
Oh,
merengue?
Wednesday.
Salsa merengue?
Yeah.
You still
Yeah.
doing the dance classes?
They
Yeah.
teach her. Okay.
So they
They
still
do.
got dance classes?
Class.
Do they charge? They charge for that night or
$10 at the door.
$10 at the door? Okay.
Yeah.
For dance lessons, gotcha.
And I know Mexicans ain't used to it, pero
Yeah.
you ever been? You ever came?
Dude.
To the Latin? No.
I haven't come to that, but I went
haven't?
to Latin clubs where like,
So-
God damn, I wish I knew some salsa with this shit.
Let me tell you this. Es otro pedo.
Yeah.
You come in here and I see, hey, préstame tu wife para una bailada.
Oh,
Mexicans
yeah.
don't play that
No,
crap. Like,
fuck
you
that,
can't borrow
yeah.
my wife. Not
I
for a
did see
dance.
that. I did come to
but
do-
here
yeah.
they come y, hey, tú baila con esta mujer y te prestan a esta mujer.
I seen
and,
the switch.
and it's
See,
so
yeah.
social and
Yeah.
it's so nice to see people that
Yeah.
are just having a good time.
Yeah.
Do I think it's weird? Yeah, because I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
hey, me prestas tu vieja, mi madre,
no,
güey.
yeah,
what you
yeah,
want? Pero to be honest, it's all in a friendly
yeah.
atmosphere. Like everybody's, you're all on the dance floor, so it's not like there's any funny business or there's nothing weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just people coming to dance and having a good time. And they're pretty much in our era of age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they're just looking for something. And I definitely have been impressed the ones that I have came to, the events that I have came to.
Hey, so next the 14th, which is our next podcast. Yeah, we have Grupo Imana. Those are, remember Grupo Iman?
Yeah. So it's just added in.
Noe Salinas. Yeah, Noe Salinas will be joining us.
Noe had went solo for a while.
He went solo for a while, yes, and he'll be joining us.
They're coming, or they're going to be on the
No,
podcast?
they'll be on the podcast, but I'm going to ask them to have their instruments ready so they can
Do a little something.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're joining us on the 14th.
What day's line dancing? Friday.
So line dancing coming back to Lola's on on some Fridays.
On Fridays. On some Fridays.
We also gonna step up the game on the podcast. You know, we understand that we're using one camera and some of the equipment we're gonna upgrade and try to give them a better production. So we're working on it. Just bear with us as we're barely filling the stuff out and seeing what chemistry we have together and where we're best on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay on the show fully because I think I'm gonna be needed more behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But
we're
definitely working on
or something.
we're definitely doing something to step it up. So guys, just bear with us and hopefully we'll be able to show you guys our progress.
They can grow with us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you said that
Menavi podcast filmed in front of a
November
live studio
17th is
audience.
Bumper.
No, so Bumper Gomez, his Wacky Wednesday has been confirmed for the 19th of November.
So November 19th.
Yes, I can tell you the Grupo Bajo Cero will be the Grupo
What day's
performing. That's on a Wednesday.
Okay.
So he's gonna bring his Bumper's Wacky Wednesday to Lola's on November 19th.
So all of you guys that tune in to Bumper's Wacky Wednesday,
Yes.
get ready because it's
It'll
coming from Lola.
be here. So we'll have Bajo Cero performing live.
Oh snap.
We'll invite other people too as well, and we'll also,
So there'll be audience. You're gonna let
¿Sabe lo que
audience
es
people
bueno?
in.
Even from that, I mean, from people, us doing a podcast, it would be good to ver cómo le hacen because I know he's got is it more professional?
So,
Pero es igual to collaborate y ver uno al otro.
well, one thing about notice about Bumper is that he really does his homework.
Yeah.
He does his homework about the group that's going to be there, and he'll find questions so that way he gets those answers. So he'll do his homework, find out their background and all that, and he'll have good questions.
Yeah, no, and I'm gonna take the time right now to invite everybody. We actually did a Florida edition Bumpers Wacky Wednesday from my studio.
You did
with Sin Aviso and Grupo Huracan couple years ago. His advancement of his show. We talk about us getting to that level. So I'm definitely excited to see him come back.
Yeah.
I know that his production has tripled from the time he came to us. So I'm really excited to see what he got going on.
Well, he's on the road now. I mean,
he's doing them. I was the first mobile.
Yeah.
I was the first mobile show, and
yeah.
everybody started commenting like, "Hey, we're gonna go mobile now." So I'm excited for him, man, and he's somebody from around here. We've all met him. We know that he got ties to here. His wife is from Ruskin.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have him here, and for the people that are watching the podcast or come back and watch it, get ready, man. You guys get ready to come and be part of the audience and make it a unforgettable show.
Yeah, we'll announce the details this coming week. Obviously, we still gotta confirm some invitees, people that we want to recognize. So.
Wait, no, ladies.
With that,
All right,
we have La Decisión on October 17th, which is a Friday.
En Huracan on the 27th.
En Huracan on the 25th.
I could do la sesión. Maybe.
You can?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
don't forget to So don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. I'm Joey Mendiola from Exit 240 Productions. Follow Checo Velasquez. Follow Grupo Huracan. We got a lot of stuff coming.
Carlos Aviles, follow Joey.
Follow Menavi, man.
Follow Menavi, follow Juan Jose, Bad Boy Juan Jose, and Adam.
Bad
over
Boy
there.
DJ Juan Jose,
Follow Lola.
Q99.5 Tejani Mas, Monday through Friday, Sundays, Barbacoa Sundays, 10 to 12, 3 to 7 weekdays. El Bad Boy DJ Juan Jose on all social medias. Make sure you guys check me out.
Adam Cruz. Peace out. Saludos to Rick Rocha.
Terrie.
Follow Lola.
You're talking to the camera and they can't hear you. You got to talk on the microphone.
They can hear me. That was fine. And Terrie, follow Lola's. Follow Menavi, follow Exit 240, and everybody else. But come to Lola's.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Follow
everybody,
Rick.
tuning in.
Follow Rick Rocha.
Share and like the podcast. That's how we can keep doing
Hey,
this
thank
every
you
day.
guys
And
for
we're
all
only
the
gonna make it
views,
better if
yeah.
you're interested in
Sponsoring, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Sponsoring.
We
You know,
We
Yeah.
can put you. We can put you at the bottom right
we're
here.
gonna set up. We're gonna really step up the game for our sponsors. So we got some sponsors that are interested. I know O'Reilly's, Achivia Bank has reached out to us and said that they're willing to sponsor. So if you want to be a sponsor for the Menavi podcast, get a hold of Carlos, get a hold of one of us, and we will point you in the right direction. We thank everybody that tuned in.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
See ya
Peace
next
out.
week.
Awesome, guys.